I love seeing the start of these and how differently people start from start.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people go straight from, Link's house, up to check Escape, and then I've seen people go from, over to Kakariko, check the dam. It just
Nope.
depends.
Gonna find out quickly. A piece of heart and the book. Okay. That's an interesting start. That means they might see some earlier trips out to the desert area. So we're seeing kind of two of the main starting plans right here, actually. These are probably two of the most commonly used starts in these seeds. Krelbel going straight to the castle to check and see what dungeon that is. Turns out to be desert here.
And
he's probably going to pick up some bombs and check the spot. And Kohrek heading out from Sanctuary.
And it looks like Sanctuary is going to contain the uncle. And I think that was that part of Escape ended up being the that's not Magic Bet. It's the fairy cave to the east of Sanctuary normally.
Yep, and then this is, I believe, Sanctuary itself.
Yep, and I don't think we had a check on that one. Yeah.
Yep. So Krelbel doing a quick save and quit. Didn't manage to pick up any bombs, unfortunately, but. One of the reasons, especially in Simple Shuffle, runners like to go to Hyrule Castle is because it has a 1 in 3 chance of being Turtle Rock, and if you get to Turtle Rock, you get a free full magic and can pick up a couple free bombs right away.
And those bombs, are really helpful. And looks like the basic tree pools for today are arrows.
Yep.
What will the
check under the crab? Crab is just hearts, so no easy bombs so far this seed.
And it looks like the lumberjacks got the is a shop, but
I was gonna say I'm wondering if he's gonna actually use that 50 rupees he got for those bombs. Turns out the uncle is actually the source of bombs this seed. One of the more useful things I've gotten from it.
I've seen quite a few things from him.
Oh boy, well in Lumberjack Cave, we're getting off to a great start, guys.
Oh, that is. I won't say AGA required yet, but just.
It's gonna be in the back of their minds for quite a while, I'm sure.
I mean, that's 5 locations to check in. Oh.
Yeah.
Birth actually finding and then leaving the actual village well. Sorry, the storehouse.
Oh, because he didn't have the money.
Oh
and
no.
Krelbel's... Or the storehouse?
Yeah, the Kakariko storehouse. The one where you can farm bombs?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Finding lumberjack item.
And Krelbel's going to run into the same thing. He's like, well, you might as well not worry about it now.
And the normal lumberjack location is at the forest.
And it looks like it had a useful item. I didn't actually catch it.
Neither did I, because of the usual...
Oh, a heart. Okay. That's probably worth getting early on.
Yes, it is. Though it wasn't Sankheart, and Krelbel actually farming up his bombs.
Krelbel really wants those bombs that he can't carry.
Yeah.
Just very unfortunate timing for both of them.
Well, they just spent 50 rupees on bombs, but...
Yep.
When you're not sure of where you could find early game bombs, it's worth just picking it up wherever you can.
Yep. I'd say that 50 is well worth it.
And the archery game.
Good old archery game at the Fortune Teller's Hut.
Yep.
Wonder if Krelbel's going to pick up the heart here as well.
3 hearts this early in the game. Yeah. Ooh. Hookshot cave.
Classic hookshot cave placement. Okay. So we're finding some interesting things, really, and none of it really accessible, though. So far, the only progression item they found is a book.
Yeah, and desert is accessible. Forest now.
Just saved and Quentin is going to go straight down to the escape, I think.
Yep.
And check those 3 chests. Sure, I agree with this play, since Q is right next to Kakariko already.
Well, it still has possible items to find. And though the... Let's see. Is there going to be anything good?
Rupee and map. Nope.
Yeah.
I think his thinking was that he didn't have the money for the merchant, so he wanted to see if he could pick up some extra money or maybe some
Bottles.
items there first.
And the one of the first house checked in Kakariko was the test game. Another
So
shop.
Yeah, there's been
This house.
basically nothing in Kakariko so far.
That's true. That is true.
See what the tavern, which is always the tavern in this, just some peace of love.
Well, that was what was in the tip jar. And Sick Kid's house today is
The front
Cross
of the
Products
tavern.
Bar. Yep. We should have stopped in to say hi to Cross Product. He's in there always telling his punch and hey, Sea House at the
Hey, here's an
hut.
item. There's 20 rupees.
Yeah. He's 60 short from buying the Battle Merchant item.
Krelbel quickly wondering if he wants to bomb jump across to one of those chests, and probably wisely deciding not to.
Yeah, because it would take a bunch of bounce, but see, the normal Kakariko storehouse is the fairy I think it's the fairy fountain by Link's house.
Yeah. So let's see. Of the drop-down spots, they have not found the Bat Cave or Ganon's Tower yet, I believe. I believe the Hyrule Castle was the Fairy Cave.
Yeah.
So I believe that...
Castle. Yeah, it was the fairy cave. So
Bat Cave will be either Vanilla or Ganon.
yeah. And let's see, it will be Vanilla.
Bat Cave. Vanilla, yes. So Ganon is actually Vanilla as well, then.
Yeah. This isn't random.
It's not random enough. Krelbel getting his 20 rupees, still not enough to get the merchant.
Yep.
Okay, so now we got the race game to check. I don't know,
Strawberry.
Desert Race area.
Sorry, there's an actual vanilla and chocolate in chat, and I just have to say this. Strawberry! And there's the actual upgrade location from vanilla.
Yep. Another useless building. The bomb merchant. Okay.
Yeah, the bomb shop is good. It'd be even more useful if they did not already have, I'm glad they already have bombs now, because to get a normal bomb set in that is still 100 rupees.
Red shield at the race game, it looks like. I'm curious if Kohrek will actually go for this, depending on what this entrance is.
Vanilla?
It's a quick entrance, but yeah, it's vanilla.
I mean, when do you think we'll have them start heading towards the dam area?
Looks like Kohrek is going to check his escape now, I would imagine. And then I will be interested to see if they go to dam area or check to Eastern Palace area first. With having the book in hand would be an interesting choice, actually.
Yeah, I'd say maybe Desert Palace would probably be a play, as that... No, they may not... No, they should be able to get into there for now.
Yeah, they don't have a weapon, so even if they find out what's in Eastern Palace, it's probably not going to be anything useful.
I'm surprised when they found out, where Desert was, they didn't check to see what the item in there was.
Oh, Kohrek is going to Houlihan Room, it looks like.
Yep. Kohrek picking up his 220 rupees? It's some amount.
9 times 5, so times 5.
Basically, 45 times 5.
So yeah, 225.
Yep.
Kohrek exiting at Link's house and getting his quick piece of heart.
Yep.
So he's gonna go down or right? Looks like to the right. Lake Hylia.
Yep. Lake Hylia, the shop. Lake Hylia shop, the fairy fountain, and up to the Tala Shrala, most likely. Ooh.
Yep.
I guess that was Vitor's study. Sorry, not Vitor's study. That's Fiesel's study, because there's no bed.
Look, do you see that one? Looks like Fire Rod on Lake Hylia Island.
Oh, no,
More
I
rupees.
missed that one. So that means they are going to need at least the flippers and the mirror to get that one. Depending on if Skullwoods is needed. The Skullwoods and Turtle Rock, that is.
Looks like we did also miss a map check. And all 3 are crystals, with Hera being 5 and or 6. Or 6.
And Krelbel finding Mimic Cave in the Fairy Fountain by Link's house. I missed what Karth actually found.
I believe it was nothing.
Now let's see, we got a damn check. And it is.
Well.
Hey, it's the Chia house.
Good old Chia Pet house. Kohrek
Yeah.
just finding another fairy out at Sahasrarla's.
Yep. So, wonder what's going to be in Eastern Palace today. Any guesses, chat?
Well, it was Ganon Tower yesterday, so probably not Ganon's Tower. I'm gonna guess Swamp.
That would be amusing. That would be amusing. I'm not going to say vanilla, but our runners, will probably enjoy whatever they find as long as they can access chests.
Ooh.
I think
my.
you're going to want to check in here.
Yeah, no, you get 4 chests for free, and then
Yeah.
given that the upstairs are rats and not grasshoppers, it's definitely worth probably at least doing the bomb spot.
Yes. And also checking to see if there are, if they could survive long enough, they could theoretically bomb their way into checking the rest of the dungeon, but blind is immune to bombs. And
Personally, I probably wouldn't go past the upper floor just because I don't have a hammer at that point anyway, and I can't really kill blind.
Ooh, and in the
bombs.
Ice Rod Cave is the Smiths.
Ice Rod
And
Cave is
then-
Smith?
Yep. And then the hotel is right next to him.
It's kind of like a shopping mall. Close enough.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna go back down to Fake Flipper somewhere.
Probably to the Well of Witching.
I would guess Hobo
Wait.
first. then
Yeah,
Mellow
wait.
Wishing. Oh,
Well, no,
there we
he
go.
doesn't have Moon Pearl. But Vanilla, big key in Thieves Town.
Okay, Kohrek just took a death orb, it looks like, to get back to the front.
Yeah,
I believe he only
And-
found compass and map and keys in the front.
yeah. Well, no, he did find one set of 10 arrows. And
Ah, that's right,
Krelbel
10 arrows.
headed to our hobo.
Yep.
Which this point is a sequence break because they do not have the flippers.
Ooh,
getting
sniped by the arrow guy,
sniped.
though. So normally that would be a soft lock, but because the randomizer is actually programmed to... Oh, Blind's Hut, right outside of
Yep.
Thieves Town. So, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
See how hype
That's
this
what's-
actually is. But anyway, so instead of soft locking, it'll kill you.
Yeah, except if you're on the except if it's on the first screen you are in, if you haven't transitioned yet to another screen. Oh my god.
Hook shot.
Rough
There's a
Hound
weapon.
weapon. Yep.
Also, I believe this is...
Krelbel-
Oh, and flippers. Half of those items needed for the fire rod.
Yes, and looks like Krelbel's actual sequence breaker is really not that big of one, but that does give Kurth the actual opportunity to go to Zoro's domain.
Definitely. I think he's gonna go up to the desert area.
Yep.
Not a bad plan with an actual weapon in hand. In case it actually is desert, he can get to the right side much easier. And he also doesn't know what this is yet. I believe he knows this is either Ganon or useless, though, because he's checked everything else.
Yep.
Yep, there's the fairy cave.
Krelbel heading over and just about to find Blind's Hut as well. At least it looks like he's headed that way. And Kohrek, yep. Looks like he's heading to desert,
Yep, he is going to come in here and do as much as he can.
which is one check. Well,
Well,
at present it's one chest. It depends on what else is there.
depends on what's on the lamp.
Adamant. Yep, but Krelbel picking up his flippers. What is his hood?
It's a key, so he's
Ooh.
not done yet.
It's an open desert. But this should tell us whether or not the big key is actually, on the torch. Because if he doesn't find the big key, we know it's on the torch.
There's the big key. So you can get at least one item out of here. And you can look at another. Or, well, depending on what item you are, but...
Yep.
Compass. Okay.
So
there's two items between the lantern, land molus, and the big chest.
That is correct. Kohrek, going to go check the lamp. We can just...
Oh yeah,
Krelbel-
definitely worth peeking in, see if it's anything useful.
I think Krelbel
The
is
map.
opting to maybe check the Well of Wishing and the Light World entrance to Ice Palace.
Yep. And just 50 rupees in the big chest.
And
So I think Krelbel's probably going to go check the waterfall too? Maybe?
Yeah.
Or not? No.
Hobo first, I think.
Oh, that's right. He died outside of Hobo, so we haven't seen Hobo yet.
Yeah, Kohrek is checking his dam area. Though, will he hop to desert? I mean,
It's a difficult choice because he has the book in one hand and flippers in the other, so he has pretty legitimate
Yes.
reasons for going either direction, and is missing the.
I am betting that
20.
probably Hyrule Castle will be in desert.
I think left is the correct play though here because he doesn't quite have Zora money yet, and he can't really assume he's going to get it on the way up.
Yeah, that's true. Krelbel, on the other hand, after being disappointed by the hobo, let's see, where will you go today?
He could be taking the warp here. There's the chest game with a single bomb and 100 more rupees. Well, now he has money for Zora.
Well, if it was the older logic, he could keep repeating the 100 rupee glitch.
Oh, Krelbel is going to check the merchant. Item. It's not a bad. Oh, and Hookshot Cave. Of course.
Yes.
That
If
is.
he finds the
Great
Canis
job,
Mario,
Emily.
then we know what desert is.
We know what we hope to get.
Good job, Krelbel, for remembering.
20 more rupees. Let's see how many red rupees we get this seed. We're already at quite a few, like 5.
Yep.
Bombos.
Close.
So, Ice Palace is probably somewhere easily accessible.
Yep. Now...
Nothing else, though.
We'll soon know if Turtle Rock is vanilla or not. My bets are Hyrule Castle.
It's probably Hyrule Castle here.
Hyrule Castle. In a simple shuffle, it is a lot easier to determine what the 3 locations with the 3 dungeons or 3 locations are.
Yep.
Namely due to the fact that if they have not yet, if they don't have the Canis Mario, then it is most likely not Turtle Rock. But now, let's see. Any guesses for what will be an escape?
So it's gonna be a long escape. He's gonna have to use bombs to actually kill.
True. But you can set the stunt back and... Ooh! Krelbel finding Karkat's cave! In the witch's hut!
Kohrek finding the cane of Brian. It's the wrong color cane.
Yeah. You still need to find the Canis Mario because of how much of a troll it is. But finding that will immediately open up Turtle Rock when they can get to it. Well, it won't immediately open up Turtle Rock, but it will at least give them a weapon they can use. Like Earth, he has the magic. Does he want to lag the game?
It might be slightly faster. Do that 8 bomb drop though.
Yeah, that does
I think
help.
that's the stun prize actually.
Ooh, that actually is a
So-
good one.
Bomb's not really an issue at this game.
Yep,
Nope, he's gonna use 2
bombs
bombs.
galore.
And another 20 rupees.
I'll ask chat. Someone please keep a running tally of the number of 20 rupees we have found, please. Because I think it's what? There's 21 of them? I think I once heard.
We already
The
easily have a
forest
quarter of those. So I think the key and one more item is left in escape. So if this is the key down here, he has to go to sewer. If not,
If the key is
Wow.
down here, he would be sequence breaking to get the sewers.
correct.
And opting
Box.
and I think he's going to be opting for pot strats.
So I'm curious to see if Krelbel.
Oh, God.
Oh, the hammer. That was definitely worth the trip. It's
Yes, it was.
now a third of the way to the Dark World.
Yep, just needs the moon pearl and
Gloves.
oh no, it's even worse. He technically has Dark World access if he can find gloves. Because of where Aghanim is.
Correct. He can indeed, but he needs gloves and Rune Pearl anyway.
Yes,
So,
but the
I have a feeling
Pearl-
Aga's very not likely to be required to go to the world.
You are right, because they also don't have the lamp. And the logic requires that you actually have the lamp in order to do dark rooms.
So it looks like Krelbel only did the top four, his first four as well, and Kohrek
Yes,
is actually heading back to Thieves Town to do more.
Because he has the hammer now, he can access every location in there, including blind if he wishes.
Krelbel also retracing his steps back to Desert, so quite a bit of step retracing happening here.
Yep.
So far, I'd say
And-
Kohrek has definitely had the more clean routing, though.
Yeah, Kohrek's going to probably head to the back and really not kill most of the enemies, just using the hook shot. Stunning enemies does help. While Krelbel is checking Desert, he will find his big key at least. But we do know that they will need a sword to get to Land Molus. The Master Sword at that, or the cape.
Or a cape.
But I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to try to take on Land Molus with just bombs.
Don't have a fire source yet anyway. I still need Dark World access and a mirror for that. Or a
Yes.
lantern.
Yep, and the lamp. Well, it can't be anywhere, but there are certain locations it can't be.
So let's see if Krelbel leaving Thieves Town is gonna pay off at all. If I had to guess, I'd say there's something in Thieves Town itself.
Most likely, yes. Most likely, yes. Because the hammer. Wait, what was at the? Oh no, they don't have powder yet.
Correct.
I was gonna say if they had that, they did have access to Master Bat.
Fighter sword. See,
The
You definitely
plastic
could-
sword.
both of them could have come up here earlier for that.
Yeah. But now they can actually help fight blind a lot easier.
Yes, it's definitely be a lot more safe blind fight for Kohrek. As safe as 5 hearts can be. But he does have the cane, so help.
Yes, and Krelbel opting to save and quit. Wonder where he's going.
I would assume he's heading to Desert, and we'll do the escape as well.
Yep, and
With
we'll
his
pick
hammer.
up his hammer. Though new sound, as we can tell via the music, is a crystal.
Yep, and this does confirm that 8 bombs is the stun drop.
Which is an amazing drop. As prize pools for stun mobs is also randomized. And Krelbel picking up his, 100 rupees. He is still a little short for Zora. But, he will at least find escape, as we know.
Indeed.
And Kohrek, wonder what's in Blind's chest.
It's the key.
Yep.
I believe both Blind and Big Chest have items in it, guaranteed.
Yes, you are right. They've only found 2 of the 4 items. So
And
let's
just to
see.
confirm, I don't think we've actually said this yet, but this is a no quick swap seed.
Yes, quick slot. If both players agree to it, it's essentially giving the players access to the Game Boy Advance version of A Link to the Past upgrade if using LNR to actually be able to switch their items, very fast.
Looks like neither player. I did not check and see if Kohrek checked the desert ledge, but it doesn't look like Krelbel actually. So
I don't think either of them did.
that's interesting oversight.
Yes, it is. They have access to it. They do.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Kohrek, going through his blind fight. Now,
Using the
because
cane.
blind, could be killed with any sword. Fighter sword works the same. Basically, this takes 9 hits.
So this does not open up the fire or the anything new, really. It's just
You're
repeat
right
the
on
most.
that one. You're right on that one.
Fire sword is nice, and we'll let them kill Aga if they can get there, but without lantern or mitt or gloves, that's still far off.
That is correct, and by logic, they would not even be able to access Aga even if they had the gloves or Death Mountain yet. And Death Mountain has a lot of locations.
Yep, I'm expecting we're gonna find gloves somewhere up in Zora's area.
I'm betting it's 1 of 2 locations. It's either
Oh,
going to be...
Cave.
Oh, yeah, we forgot we had found that one.
I had it written down, I just forgot to. Oh, well, there's your Zora money for Krelbel.
Yep.
Hopefully he remembers before heading that direction.
Excuse me, Kohrek. I know, it's getting confusing between the pair of our runners since both of their names start with K.
Call them left and right.
Eh,
No, let's not do that.
but always go. Krelbel, just about to pick up his hammer, and Kohrek finding Fiesel's study.
Krelbel's gonna actually run out here, interestingly enough. I wonder if he was not counting items.
No, I think he might actually attempt the Sewer's lamp list, maybe? That, or he has remembered that there's actually a chest. There was an item location they forgot to check.
The ledge, indeed, yes. I'm hoping that's what he's going to check, because we already know that, and he should know that there is nothing in the sewers other than a key.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
Kohrek having some issues.
And
These crabs hurt. They do 2 hearts of damage with green mail.
there's 2 hearts of damage green mail, yes. And if I recall correctly, it's 1 heart with blue, and then did we just reduce Kohrek's stream?
Looks like it did freeze for a little bit here, right when he was zoning.
Yep. Oh, Krelbel, are you going up?
He is going to go to...
Yep,
that's unfortunate.
he's checking escape without the lamp. I know I have done this, and it is a lot harder than it looks.
This direction, it's not too bad. Coming from the escape chests, it's a bit sketchier because of...
The rats, yes. The snakes and ropes, yes. But Krelbel
He either decided he
remembering-
didn't want to do it, or realized that he didn't have a key. One of the two.
That is correct. Let's see. Where will he head next? I wonder.
Really want to know what's on that desert list.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Ooh, I think he's... Well, right now he's trying to not get hit by a guard, and that's understandable. He's thinking...
It looks like he actually remembered Mimic Cave while he's heading that direction. He's going to go do that. I think he was going to head to Thieves Town instead.
Yeah. Didn't that give about 300 rupees?
This is indeed 300 rupees, so he might actually hold off
Maybe
on...
opt to Zora.
Yeah, and get Zora first. Which would be nice,
Zora...
let me know what it is, because...
Well...
Kohrek has possibly already been there.
Yeah.
Oh.
He found
Kohrek...
Hype Cave?
Apparently Kohrek found Hype Cave.
Yeah.
Somewhere. This could be the waterfall, actually.
Maybe...
Art, half magic?
Half magic.
Glove.
A glove. The power glove's been found.
I'll call that a pretty Hype Cave.
Yeah, and looks like his stream's frozen again.
Lost him again. Like how it came back just to see Hype Cave, and then went away again. The second he picked up the last side.
Oh, it's Hype Cave. It's always hype.
It's gotta be
hype.
Oh, go, you can do it, Krelbel.
You got it. Yes, it's the waterfall.
So Krelbel right behind him, catching up a bit here.
The one does have a sword and one doesn't.
He is down that fighter sword and the Thieves Town crystal, but this could potentially be a good catch-up anyway.
Yep. I mean, there's 20 rupees on the ledge. It's either probably going to be the Moon Pearl or it'll probably be the lamp at Zoro.
Well, not necessarily. They can get up to Death Mountain now, and that's a lot of chests up there, as
Or
I
the
said.
flute. They can, but that would technically be a sequence break. Let's see, Zoro has a piece of
heart.
A heart.
No, it's not. You can get to Death Mountain without a lamp.
You can, but it technically, according to the logic, would be a sequence break.
Entrance shuffle. It's
yeah,
not
that's
guaranteed
right.
to be a dark room to get up there.
You're right. You are right. You are right. My bad.
So, definitely Death Mountain. Death Mountain has
Yeah.
everything, as always.
Yes, it does.
Just not all the dungeons, like in Full Shuffle.
Yep.
So Krelbel getting his love. Zora love. At least it wasn't a life lesson.
Yeah, because finding the single arrow there or single rupee is kind of hard.
It looks like we're getting all synced back up now that Kohrek seems stable again.
Yes, though I think Krelbel's.
Nope, he was it was paused for 10 seconds because he was 10 seconds ahead.
No.
So the Spectacle Rock Cave is the entrance into Death Mountain.
Yep, and
Nothing.
another upgrade inside. And
He really
Earth
wanted more arrows.
actually picking up for more.
He's
and
gonna try to
Yeah, he's opting to actually do the bomb jump.
well executed.
Yep.
See where this leads.
And now they know. If it wasn't for the randomizer, I don't think they would have found out about that bomb jump.
I think he's decided, well, let's not do that. Just
Yeah.
go this direction instead.
Well, it is a different exit, so he could see where that one leads.
He might be, he's probably looking for the top of Death Mountain, so he can get to, Temple of Hera, Tower of Hera.
Hera. Yes, because Hera being a dungeon, is good too. And hey, it's leading out to Spectacle Rock.
Almost vanilla Spectacle Rock exit.
Yep. And this cave is the fairy fountain that would normally be by Turtle Rock.
Yep. Bit of a long run through, but there is another exit there, so I could get into the right side or up top.
Krelbel finding his way out of Death Mountain. Will he go through there as well?
I somehow managed to miss the Spectacle Rock item on both screens, even though I knew where he was going.
It was another red rupee, so that's
Of course.
another one added.
Oh, and they just sent him out at the old man entrance.
Yes. And Krelbel.
Krelbel finding Super Bunny Cave. No, that's the right
Yes.
entrance. Go. Wait, no, go back. What are you doing?
And finding one of the other dark rooms in the area.
That's a nice high five right there.
Yep. Always good for the virtual high five. And Kohrek getting bodied by the cabbages. As these rocks, can get annoying. Ooh!
There's the 7
chest cave.
chest cave.
And he can complete it. He's got bombs, hook shot, and he still has a sword. I keep forgetting. Kohrek has actually got a sword this early in open mode.
Hookshot works just as well as a sword for the Moldorms.
That's true. I wish it would work on the large Moldorm too, but
well, that's what the hammer's for.
I know. The MC hammer. Which is actually what it says in the Japanese version.
Let's see what this cave has today. Moon Pearl, you think?
Oh, yeah, where all
There's
the
last
shields are.
shield. We already could have Mirror Shield if someone does the race game.
Yeah.
More money and arrows, so nothing in this cave.
I'm betting Super Bunny Cave might have something.
Hopefully Krelbel realizes that was Super Bunny Cave then.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why he didn't go get those chests. He's already in the back entrance.
Yep, and Kohrek actually finding the other side of Death Mountain.
Yep.
Ooh!
Sahas relic.
So there'll be 2 old men on the mountain today. And he's checking for where the green pendant is, and it's in Skull Woods.
Okay.
Very smart.
Oh, no
God.
Titan.
Well, there's a Dark World access, even though he does not have the Moon Pearl.
You already had it with the hammer anyway, so... Oh, there's
That's true.
the top of Super Bunny, or the 7 cave.
Yep,
7
and
chest.
Kohrek finding another one of the dark rooms from Death Mountain. Couldn't figure out which one that was, but I think it's the back of the old man location. And here's the extra house.
Could
I don't
lead
know.
somewhere.
Probably the top. Oh,
The
no.
exit. That's the wrong direction.
Krelbel just about to pick up his Titansmith.
Yep. And yet another 2 more red rupees.
Now, the Titansmiths will give them access to Dark World, as we know. That's basically it. And Kohrek actually finding the, as you said, top part of 7 Chest Cave.
So, we do have that outstanding Super Bunny Cave.
Yes.
Kohrek is actually going back to the left side to check that one. Be very bad for Krelbel.
Yes. The Krelbel, I think, might remember it. Kohrek actually going. You're right. He is headed towards Super Bunny Cave.
So, this could easily have the... What do we have to check outside? Krelbel does still have Thieves Town to go through.
Yes, which is a sword and...
There's the
Oh god. It's
Oh, no.
Aghanim.
Aghanim is actually... do we have a
Required.
Moon Pearl Pyramid right now? Is that what's happening this seed?
No. No, here's what it's probably going
It
to
might be happening. Oh no.
It's either Moon Pearl on Pyramid or... No, there's one location they have yet to find. Well, they have found it, they cannot... Oh! Here we
That
go.
is the old man as well. They could have done a while ago.
Well, Kohrek is actually going to get the old man.
Okay, Krelbel's heading back here now. Hopefully this time he realizes that it's the Super Bunny cave. Krelbel, you're killing me.
Oh,
Krelbel, why?
Krelbel.
I think we've actually checked most of the entrances at this point, with the exception maybe 1 or 2 on the wall over there. So it could be the entrance to, or the top of Light World is actually inaccessible until Mirror. Because I believe it has to be either the front of Old Man Cave or front of Super Bunny Cave.
Probably
Both of
found a
which...
Super Bunny cave, and the Super Bunny. Oh, sorry, the old man's item was just a piece of heart.
Krelbel, hey, went in! He's going to
What?
get the lamp!
Yay! Oh no!
Oh,
Good.
the old
You
man
found
cave
it!
itself
Well,
was the way up. Bombs on
yes.
Spectre Rock, or on the floating mountain, though.
Yep. And technically,
Here's the front of Super Bunny.
Yep. Well, technically, they also have access to, they can at least check what the medallion is for Turtle Rock if they would like to. Looks like Krelbel is actually going to pick up his old man.
Does indeed have Titan Mitts and Hammer.
Yep, and Kohrek.
And there's the top.
Yep.
Hera is indeed somewhere they can go. It looks like
Yes.
Kohrek might be heading that direction now.
Kohrek's play on Hera might actually be important. It could be Ganon's Tower, as that entrance is also randomized in this.
They can actually check all left side Ganon's Tower right now, too, if they find it.
Yes, they can. They need the chemist in order to get to the right side due to the one switch. So, what will Hera be? What will Hera be?
Ice
Oh,
Palace.
God.
With that Bombos in hand for Krelbel, this
Yeah.
could actually be pretty big if something
Kohrek.
Will Krelbel do it with no sword? Probably. I mean, with Hammer and Bombos, you can do all of ice without really touching. And hook
Yes,
shot.
but only in swordless can you actually use the medallion without a sword.
Oh, correct. He doesn't have the sword from Thieves Town. So they're both blocked from entrance to Ice Palace by different items.
Yep. Krelbel found the Bombos in the Hookshot Cave.
Yep. And as pointed out in chat, you can actually check the... He's about to figure out the fact that he can't use it. But yeah, someone can actually check the Ether Medallion with the book while they're up here.
Yes, they
Looks
can.
like both of them forgot, though.
Well, that's one of the things the devs did add more recently.
It
Was
is
the ability to actually check. Of course, actually finding Karkat's cave and then choosing that it's not really important, which is understandable.
That was a very synchronized save and quit right there.
Yes,
We'll call that a
was.
virtual high five.
Oh, especially when they were on the menu together.
Yeah.
A long virtual high five. Krelbel opting back to the mountain.
I think you might actually go check that, No, he's just checking the, island. And then checking the last spot entrance as well, we'll find Old Man Cave.
Yep. Though, at one point I was thinking he might actually consider checking Turtle Rock. Oh. No, he's gonna sequence break.
I think he's gonna go check a couple things while he's over here. Which is not a terrible idea, he can get some information.
Yep, and Kohrek.
Kohrek is gonna be his Bombos now.
Yep. He's remembering that... Ooh.
Sick kid. I believe this would actually be gettable with the bunny if he had a bottle. But
yes, it is
not.
possible to do it. And Kohrek picking up his Bombos. Ooh, Spiral
Cave.
Actually checkable. It's a sequence break, but it is checkable.
Difficult, though, with...
As the bunny, yes, but you can make it. And, ooh. The reason that it is checkable is due to the fact of the same way you would check Super Bunny Cave normally, which is when you are the bunny, falling down in a hole, which you're not supposed to be able to do, grants you access to your A button and your sword.
Yep. So Krelbel, I think, is heading to Thieves Town right now, and Kohrek might actually be going to Aga 1.
Yeah, I think he is.
Not realizing that he can do Ice Palace with what he has. At this point, I'm guessing actually Ice Palace has the Moon Pearl as opposed to the Pyramid, so this will be interesting.
That would be interesting. And an early Ice Palace Oh no, he's
Oh,
remembering
he also
the
has these
actual.
locations to check.
Yep, he's got the little thieves in it. It's the witch's shop, and
Yep.
talking to the assistant to get healed up with the free sample. And oh dear God, I know what it's going to be.
Might be checking the last spot at the shopping mall as well first.
Yep. Though most likely they'll either. Oh God, I'm sorry.
What have you done?
It's either going to be Aga 1 or the move pro might be a cold stare.
Yeah,
A fighter's
get
sword.
a fighter
cold
sword
stare.
cold stare fight. No.
Oh my God, that is harsh. That is harsh.
And this is Krelbel again. This is the Krelbel who had to do fighter sword Victorious. Very well,
But
I might
he
add.
did well
But-
with it.
So I
Yes.
guess I have to, if that is actually what needs to happen, I will have to give Krelbel the edge.
Yes, I agree with giving it the edge on that one. Though it's not as bad as a fighter sword Trinex.
True. That would be. They do have hammer for Trinex.
And ooh, we're finding the Overlook cave from the graveyard.
It's definitely an item. It's a piece of heart.
Protect this from another heart, at least.
Well, Kohrek did find some good information. Unfortunately, none of it was actually advancing.
Yep. So I think he's making the
He
play
did
to
do
Ice
Ice
Palace,
Okay.
which is completable. And I,
Krelbel mad at the grasshopperettes about just finding the fighter sword, which I
the
don't
reason
blame
why
him.
the reason why the rats, well, the grasshoppers are treated as rats is due to a state known as, isn't it the fake light world or fake dark world?
I am not very well knowledgeable in those, unfortunately.
If I recall correctly, I know that it's because it's in the light world. The game's flag that would actually make it think that it's in the dark world is reversed, if I recall correctly. Either way, it thinks it's still in the light world, therefore the rats, amount of HP replaces the grasshoppers, if I recall correctly. I might be getting that, butchering that horribly, but essentially they share the same, slot in the game's memory, so it gets confused. Long story short there.
Minor victory for Krelbel. He does get to lift the rock in Thieves Town.
Yep, and that's the first chest.
Map.
Yep, the map.
Good start.
I know at one point, and I can't wait till the devs finally do this, they've thought about making it so that the compasses actually will give them a count of the numbers of how many items are left in a dungeon. But I think that was going to...
That'd be cool, actually. That'd make it a little bit more friendly for newer players.
Yes, and that's one of those things. I know that they were thinking about doing it in version 8, or might have to put it off till version 9. But looks like Krelbel's going towards his blind fight and getting his 20 rupees from him.
Be interesting to see if he goes straight to Ice Palace after this or not.
I mean, they have X to Aga.
I think Kohrek made the correct play. I think this is the correct play no matter if it is here or not, because 3 items.
It's a crystal.
versus-
It's also a crystal. But here's a better question.
I mean, I wouldn't be aiming to finish it personally with this if I didn't have to.
And Kohrek actually opting to not... Oh no, he is going to the bomb jump. I forgot that he did actually hit the switch beforehand. And Krelbel having a very good blind fight.
Yep.
Now, the reason why the bomb jump is so important to anybody that has not seen the randomized before is because, well, Ice Palace is one of the most annoying dungeons in the game. And this bomb jump, which isn't it a pixel perfect trick?
I think you have to give a couple different pixels depending on where you place the bomb, but it's a fairly low. It's like 1 or 2 pixels.
Yes, but it is also relatively easy to pull off. And within that allows you to basically skip a chunk of Ice Palace. And nice penguin room. By Kohrek.
Yep.
Kohrek. Both of our first names.
Oh, yeah, as pointed out in chat, looks like it's about 2 or 3 pixels, kind of in a bit of a line. Okay, so Kohrek is going to have a bit more difficult of a time to actually finishing this, since he wasn't able to do the bomb jump, Canis Moria. But there's one item.
And I didn't catch what it was.
20 rupees, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what, 20 rupees we've seen so far, or 9? Looks like
At least
Krelbel-
10. We're at least 10 now.
Yeah. Krelbel's heading to Aghanim. He's headed to Aghanim.
Oh, Krelbel is doing the Ganon play. Okay, well.
Unless he is remembered that... Because our runner still have yet to check the ledge
He
item.
could do Moldorm. Moldorm actually could have something, to be fair. So this is actually... Oh, no, this isn't Desert. This is the entrance to Desert. But...
Yes.
Oh, Krelbel's actually going back to find the chest in sewers. Oh, no.
Yeah. I know it's hard for our runners to remember every location and every item. Kohrek. Actually, let's see what the next item is.
Yep, especially once you get to entrance randomizers, there's just a lot more memory required for a lot of these
Yes, and I hope
locations.
both of our runners are taking a lot of notes.
Compass. I think that's both of the non-items in
Have you
Ice
found the
Palace.
big key?
as bomb upgrade. That's 2.
Yep.
So we're down to big chest, cold stare, and the chest right downstairs here.
Yes.
Well, did he get the far chest? He hasn't gotten the far chest yet.
I think he did, but don't quote me on that one.
No, he went straight back upstairs. Here's the big key.
There's the big key.
I think there's 2 more key drops in chests, and then the last item.
Yes. Krelbel, where are you going? I think he's headed towards Lake Hylia, but... Ooh, I know where he's going.
Oh,
He's gonna
yes.
sequence break. No, he's
Oh,
gonna sequence
check.
break.
He can check Ice Palace?
Yes, even as Super Bunny, it's a sequence break, but it is an actual check. He's going to have to death warp. Well, he's going to have to actually die, which, because he's in the Dark World... Oh, no. Looks like he's not opting to do that one.
Yep.
Yep.
I believe that wouldn't that put you in fake Dark World then?
In the
Which
what?
is, I believe, not allowed.
No, they've actually, in Simple Shuffle, have actually made it so that it won't happen.
Okay, that's right. That's
In
only with
the full.
yeah.
But no, Krelbel finding his actual overlook cave from the graveyard.
Yep, and Kohrek has found key and key, so he's
Cold
down to this
Here,
chest in
and then
Cold Stare.
Cold Stare.
It's the key.
Cold Stare.
Cold Stare has the last item.
Fighter Sword, Cold Stare. Chat. And looks like Krelbel
Now Krelbel is
also
actually.
opting for ice.
I think we might actually be about back to the Moon Pearl Pyramid.
Yes. Yeah, I'm hoping that it's probably either Moon Pearl to Pyramid, or that I don't know, the logic wouldn't allow them to do this because it would be a huge sequence break. But if Krelbel or Kohrek actually were to check Ice Palace's normal location, it could be Ganon's Tower. And if they take a death in there, the game will assume that they, couldn't have gotten in there as the bunny, so it will place Link back as a human. Seldom done outside of glitched categories, but it is possible to do that.
Yeah.
It is allowed in the randomizer, although it is a huge sequence break sometimes. It is allowed. Though, since the logic does not require you to do this, it would It could not contain the Mood Pearl, but if it's Ganon's tower, it might give them a lot of other things.
I think Kohrek did a little bit of thinking there, like, am I really about to do Fighter Sword? Cold Stare?
Yeah. Fighter Sword Cold Stare basically means you're using spin attacks for the entire fight. I have done it once, if I recall correctly.
Or using the hammer. That's the other option.
That is true. I kind of don't like using the hammer on that one. Ooh. Of course, forgetting exactly what's needed to be done.
He actually has to go all the way around to get the correct block pushed down to actually push the button to get to Cold Stare himself.
Well, technically not. Technically not. Wait, no, yes, it is
Yes, you
required
do, because you can only hit that one crystal down there.
Yeah, you have to hit that, push the block down, from that side, and then drop around, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Wait, no, yeah, this is why we use the bomb jump.
This is why bomb jump and not using, and if you have Kena Samaria, then not using the bomb jump, okay.
Yeah.
But without Kena Samaria, you have to do this big, long roundabout route.
Yes, which apparently the developers did intend for the SNES version, but did not intend for the GBA version.
Looks like Krelbel is going to attempt the bomb jump as well. This is just a very scary portion with no...
Looks like he's
fairies.
opting to just full check it, full clear Ice Palace as well. I know I'm partially a fan of just using the bomb jump to get across, then just setting up the blocks so that way if I've got to go fight the boss, I
So
can
you know what I didn't know?
get back there easily.
Sorry.
What was that?
So you know what I didn't know until now? That there was a fairy drop right there.
Oh, yes. It actually is very useful. I've used it myself, on a number of occasions because, well, who wants to fight Cold Stare with almost no health? Also, the fact of the matter is that there is a glitch that you can do with Cold Stare, that if you have the Fire Rod and a weapon with sword beams, if you hit Cold Stare with a Fire Rod shot, then almost immediately follow it up with a sword beam, it will treat the sword beam as if it's the Fire Rod.
That's a cool trick.
It's generally used in low percent, just for the fact of if you miss any of your Fire Rod shots, you basically have to mirror out at Cold Stare. But doing that does give you a lot of, but it does give you extra magic, to play around with. And your options in that category are basically the hammer or Master Sword slashes.
Strap yourself in, guys. This is going to be a long fight. Oh, that was a dodge. That was so close. Yeah, hammer Cold Stare is very scary.
Yes. This is why I will just opt to use spin attacks. And that's the thing. Our runners have the choices of either of those, options on that one. Yep. One down. I know if you had seen a player actually pause buffer to actually make sure they could avoid the actual ice, just so they could see which way it was breaking.
Of course, so good. They don't have too many hits left. Oh my goodness. I thought that ice was going to hit him. Oh no! He killed two and the ice sniped him. That was such a good attempt.
Yes. What's the question?
He's gonna go back.
He's opting to go. Now, the logic can require you to do this. Expects that you, can do this, or if you would really like, you could always go and collect, Aghanim and see what's there.
Yep. Well, he has the tools to complete this, so...
Has the tools to complete this, or to go and fight Aghanim, or check the desert ledge. I mean, is anybody... we correct, chat, in that neither of them checked the desert ledge?
I still don't think either of them actually checked desert ledge. I'm just going to assume that they did, and I missed it. we both missed it. Because
Yep.
it was nothing. Okay, so it was checked by by Krelbel. It sounds
Okay.
like it was nothing.
Okay. It must have been one of those quick checks that, where you scroll the screen the tiniest bit and then, go back. Sort
He
of like
probably-
how...
Probably checked it on his last trip there when he went back to check the sewers. That bounced.
Oh, I think I know what's going to be there. If this is nothing, then I think I know where the Moon Pearl's going to be. The Moon Pearl will be in the well.
Do you think boots on pyramid then?
Yes.
They have to get boots to get there.
That or a trade item like the mushroom.
Oh no, the boots would be the worst drop to get off of Cold Stare right now. It seems like it would be a great get, but it would be a terrible get.
Yes. That gives them a lot more areas, but it also still does not give them their Dark World access.
That would mean, especially if, that would mean Aga 1 if it was in the well, the Moon Pearl. It would mean both Aga 1 and the
Fighter Sword Cold
Fighter
Stare.
Sword.
I mean, the reason why Aghanim can be accessed with just the Fighter Sword instead of the Master Sword in this case is because the Aghanim entrance is the main entrance to Desert. In which case, because of that, the requirements are different. Now, in order to get to Landmolus in Desert, which would be the Aga Tower entrance, they will need the Master Sword, or they will need the Cape.
Oh. Or, yeah, that is the other potentiality, is that Landmolus does have something. Cold Stare has the Master Sword or the Cape to get to Landmolus. And then Landmolus ends up having the boots. And Well has the Moon Pearl. That would be the most circuitous route to getting Dark World access I've seen in this tournament.
Or the Well could have the mushroom or the bottle. And they would have to actually use a trade sequence to get through to finally get the Moon Pearl.
Potentially?
By that point, I would have... would you think our runners would actually consider maybe doing the sequence break? Because I know players don't like to do that in Entered Shuffle because, well, it requires a lot more memory involved in that.
Yeah, it definitely does do that, and just because you can't sequence break technically for the logic, where certain things would have to be. So even sequence breaking to find something else probably wouldn't help you, especially since in this case
I have to Paul, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but looks like both of our runners are entering Cold Stare, but Krelbel opting to not heal.
Yeah, Krelbel is not going with full, so he only has 2 hits before he's dead.
But will we see hammer strats from him or the fighter sword?
We got
Either
the
way,
early hit. That's good. Very good hit though.
Looks like they're both opting for hammer strats.
He does.
He has.
Enough. Oh no, Kohrek takes another death as well.
No.
So Krelbel just got completely trapped there. There was no chance he was getting out of that.
I think Kohrek is actually deciding whether or not he wants to go for another shot.
Oh.
Krelbel opting to out of Desert. Of Hera.
Maybe Krelbel is gonna go to Aga 1 after all.
And someone in chat already calling for a 4-hour seed.
I mean, if they're stuck fighting Cold Stare for an hour, that's... Okay, this is a rough, Cold Stare does 4 damage if he runs into you with Green Mail.
Yes.
So... They only have 9 heart.
They only have basically 3 hits.
Actually, something I'm curious about, does the Mirror Shield block the ice?
I do not believe it does, but I am not positive. And Krelbel opting to try Super Bunny.
Okay, so this is going to be a sequence break, as you said.
Sequence break.
Hey, at this point, if it, drops the Master Sword or something, it's well worth it.
Yes. Now, because the logic expects you to have the Moon Pearl anytime you are in the Dark World, this is actually a sequence break, but let's see.
This definitely isn't going to be the Moon Pearl.
You know, we know that once.
Oh no!
You
Oh
called
my
it!
goodness, it was actually the Master Sword! Why was that actually the Master Sword?
Oh, so it looks like Krelbel's also opting to attack Turtle Rock while he's in there. And Quake
Quake.
is the medallion for that. So,
Wow. That's huge.
if you're Krelbel, would you go back and fight Cold Stare?
Yes, yes I would. I would most definitely go fight Cold Stare. Oh, Kohrek. Kohrek got the bomb jump, but clipped on the corner of the pot and fell back.
I've had that happen before. I think we all have.
Yeah, as Luke said, I would actually probably think about fighting.
It looks like
And he
Krelbel's
also
taking
gets
your
beat
advice and is headed back to Ice Palace. Because no one likes to do Aghanim 1 because it's a 5-minute detour. And no, Krelbel's opting to check Dark World.
He wants to check Spike Cave as well.
And the other location in there, ooh,
Yep.
the Storyteller's location. And the oft forgot, except for entered Shuffle Cave here. Ooh, but he can't get to it.
Groupie said he can't reach because he can't look at bots.
Yeah.
See, I will give Kohrek some credit. He really thinks that it's back.
Kohrek-
Which I can't blame him. I think it's still potentially the progression item back here as well.
Yes, I agree with you there. And Krelbel, I think, is going to take the same line of logic as Kohrek and headed towards.
Ether tablet. He's doing Ether tablet
yeah.
first.
That's
Which,
right.
To be fair,
Everything.
Cold Star could actually have a sword upgrade, and Ether could actually be the progression item, and he was just able to sequence break it because that happened to be a sword in Spiral Cave.
Yes, that's true.
Which would be
So let's see
insane, by
what
the way.
Ether tablet has.
Just bombs. Okay.
Both bombs. So
I would have just freaked out if that was the Moon Pearl.
if he had, you would see him slashing like anything. It
That
looks
would be
like
crazy.
Krelbel. Oh
He's
no!
gonna go I think he's gonna go Land Molus right now.
Yes, he
He does
is.
remember Land Molus exists. He just doesn't want to fight Cold Stare, which I don't blame him.
I know. Though, whenever Kohrek actually gets done his Cold Stare fight, someone in chat asked us nicely, because this is going to be an interesting fight. Please clip that.
Okay, Kohrek round 3. Let's go, Kohrek. Got the triple hit. Double
go.
triple hit. Ooh, it's a
Yep.
good start. I'm gonna try not to jinx him now, though.
Yep. Dodging more ice. 4 hits. I think it's what, 8 hits with the hammer? Last
be
time
patient.
sword?
I believe hammer is 4?
No,
Actually,
it's
I
all
have a
tempered
thing
sword
for this.
damage. It's tempered sword damage, so that would probably be 8 if I recall correctly.
8 hits. Yep.
Okay, and 1 eyeball down.
Oh, no hits yet. No, it hasn't been hit yet.
Nope.
Took a couple damage from the ice, so he only can take 1 hit from a cloud now.
But he did use that to his advantage, using
Yep.
the iframes.
Okay, you can take 1 ice hit still, but no more cloud hits.
There's
Got a
2
kill,
down.
and he's down to no hits left.
Yep. He's down to Oko mode.
He's got to be very patient with it. Because of how much you're frozen in place when a hammer hits. Oh, so close.
God.
So, I imagine, like, I'm stressed out watching him. I can't imagine how he's feeling right now.
I have. Oh,
Suddenly
I see
Fire
you-
Sword.
I know. It's really hard to remember that you actually have a sword this early. But well, or is actually working on that one. Krelbel is opting to go land Molus. It is actually on his land Molus fight.
Got another hit. Oh.
Oh. So stressful.
Sorry, I can't talk. There's a very stressful fight happening right now.
I know.
Also, feeling land molus.
Yes,
Which I'm also curious to see what happens here, but I really want to see what drops off of there.
Well, Krelbel just land Molus down.
He got it! He got it! Okay, what is it?
Someone clip
What
that!
is it? We get two
Someone
good
please
drops.
clip that.
20 rupees.
The Moon Pearl!
The most required! Gold stare! No, my goodness. What are these seeds? Krelbel. This is stupid. This is amazing and also stupid. Oh my goodness. Moon Pearl progression item. On Fighter Sword Cold Stare.
As I said, someone in chat, please clip that fight. That is a
Please.
classic.
Please clip. Okay, so Kohrek is gonna go get these items now that are not actually anything, but 300
Well,
rupees, you know?
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
He's gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, he can check all of Dark World now. The map is... He knows where Fire Rod is still.
And
They're actually, like, they're missing so many progression items still, like, it's ridiculous.
Krelbel's heading to Aga.
Like, we're an hour and 10 minutes into the game, and we're just now getting Dark World act. Really late.
I remember seeing one where you had what was it? About this far in where you finally got Death Mountain access.
Kohrek is about to go crazy. He's about to get the Master Sword out of Spiral Cave here.
Yes. We don't want to laugh at our runners, but that's...
I'm sorry.
We are truly sorry, man.
I hope he leaves a bomb there. I would.
He's got bombos. I think he's gonna be bombosing. Well, he finds sick kid.
Good old sick kid. Oh.
And I think... Yes, someone in chat did clip it. Thank you.
Thank you for that clip. It's a clip for the ages. Kohrek's persistence really paying off here, though. That was a very tough fight, but I could tell he was getting better both times. It was just a matter of getting a good fight and being very patient. Oh, he didn't bomb it. I think he's just happy to be past Ice Curled Stare at this point.
Yes, that is true.
Like, if you were Kohrek, what would you think you were behind or ahead right?
Good.
Like that's I opened the chat as well. I'm just curious.
Yeah, that is. I know Jay Coper in chat's thinking that Krelbel might be disappointed. That is true. However, the logic might have actually given them, say, a sword upgrade to make it easier to kill Cold Stare. You know, the logic may actually do that.
Yeah, on Pyramid. At this point would have to be. Yeah, Krelbel is, I believe, at his last location before. I think worst case for Krelbel is that he finds an actual useful item on the cliff or on Pyramid.
No, the
Like
worst
the
item would probably would maybe be the boots.
I mean, honestly, Krelbel isn't losing that much, especially if there's something in the well. Because if there is a required item on the well, then all this time spent is time that's gonna have to be spent anyway.
Yes, and looks like Kohrek is actually checking Ice Palace. And we finally got a map check. So Skullwoods is renewed as green.
Pod is blue.
And
SP.
Swamp.
And looks like Meyer is the 5th crystal.
Yep. Yeah, 5th and 6th. Hey, Hera.
Oh, Hera. Always a good dungeon to find, because you can do it with basically nothing.
Yep. Same thing with Thieves Town.
Yep.
That's a troll.
The shovel. Another synced up stair move.
Yep.
You gonna have to go to the basement? Nope, not
Nope.
yet.
So I'll ask this now, before Krelbel gets to it. Chat, how many blue balls? How many blue balls?
Get your votes in now.
But what do you think?
With the way this seed is going, I'm gonna go with 5.
I'm gonna think more along the lines of he's gonna get 1 hit for the first 2 cycles. And that's with lightning. It's gonna be that many blue balls.
It's a lot of blue ball. It's like 7. Isn't it guaranteed 2 in the first 2 rounds?
No. As I've actually, in
Oops.
vanilla, I've actually had one that has not had any. It's like I've got 1 hit and then nothing.
Kohrek accidentally just doing the double fall. Oh no, and being stuck on the other side of the... That hurts. He has to go... Actually, he can't go downstairs. I think he has to death warp across to fall here.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate.
Don't save and quit.
Is he gonna save and quit out? He got
Yes.
one of the items.
And that's 2 hits for Krelbel at least. I haven't really had a chance to check. Oh, there's another blue ball. Oh, he gets another hit. And Aga down. Aga 1 is down on Krelbel's side.
How many balls was that? Like 2 or 3? 2?
I couldn't check.
Okay, what's on pyramid?
Checking. Starting to check Dark World.
Just
And
arrows. Well, Krelbel knows the bad news now.
Yes, he's
Is that
gotta
the
go back
last
to
spot?
Cold Stare. And Kohrek,
Really doesn't want to. Just hovering Monkey of like, no.
well, we found the library in Hype Cave's normal location. It's just had bombs.
But if he can go down and kill Cold Stare in the first catching up, he's not
And,
insurmountably behind.
In Raviel's Raviel's house. Shoutouts to Between Worlds. He, finds a fairy fountain. By the way, chat, please follow our runners. Please do.
Indeed.
We're putting on a real show. What will be in Swamp Palace? Swamp Palace.
Swamp Palace will be in Swamp Palace, apparently. Which is actually completable once they find the actual dam.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Opting to go back into reset.
I think he wanted to death warp, but he could actually death warp with a bomb there if he wanted to, instead of risking this.
That is true.
He only has 2 bombs though, so
I think
might not be
he's
a good
trying
idea.
to save his bombs. Well, Kohrek is actually probably
mirror.
headed over to the village.
Yep.
Village of Outcasts. Krelbel is making his way back to Cold Stare.
with Master Sword in hand, so it'd be a little bit easier of a fight. It's
That's
the same
true.
number of hits with sword spins as the hammer. And it's a bit easier to hit with. Magic Cape. You know that's not required for the Land Molus, but
Yes.
a less laggy
And-
safety item to have.
It is also, yes, it is a very good safety item to have. And someone in chat pointing out that, as we said about Lumberjack Cave being, having the well, might actually be useful. Though still no boots yet. As we know, the boots cannot be in the well. And here's the digging game.
At this point, pretty much anything else could be in the well, though.
That is true.
16, 17, 18.
There's going to be a 30 dig.
3, 25 for 5 rupees. Can he make it out in time? Barely. So hopefully Krelbel knows about the fairy drop spot that Kohrek used. Be a little bit easier with 9 hearts instead of 7 or 6.
Yes, but does he know about the fairy drop spot?
It's very possible he doesn't, only based purely on I didn't actually know that myself, so...
It is one of those things that is a little harder to remember, but at least he knows where he can go. And I think that was the Torp's cave? The cave with the bee that
Sure.
Kohrek just found. I call it his hideout, but I'd leave up to chat on that one to decide that one.
Well, Kohrek just got an item. I did not see it because of lag, unfortunately.
Neither did I.
I'll look
But
on
he
the
did find
stream.
the,
The stream was fine. It's a blue boomerang. Okay.
Yep. It's useful.
Yep.
So,
Slow hammer peg.
yeah, the North American version only way. As
Okay, so
the item dash.
7 hearts with Krelbel on.
It's still 2 hits, but he's got the Master Sword, which does mean he can actually, manage the eyeballs more. But it's now the ice that can kill him.
Yep. He's definitely stuck in place a lot longer with the Master Sword, so... That Cold Stare wanted him. Okay. Oh, okay. Now his... not have safety left.
The court finding Spike Cave.
Sniped by the ice.
And I think he's going for it.
Yeah, he has half magic and Burna. It's
a play.
This isn't too... Like, this is easily doable at this point.
Yes, it is.
With, that's worth it. I call that worth it.
Yes. That is very worth it. No. So, who would you say is technically in the lead?
I mean, it has to be Kohrek.
That is correct. I agree with you there. Though, if Agadim is required, though.
If something is in the well, Krelbel has a decent chance if he kills stuff soon.
No.
Now Kohrek has a lot of check.
Yeah, he just found Ganon's tower.
With silvers. That's a good start to Ganon's tower.
And there, I guess I'll ask Chad, even though it's a little too late. Where do you think the big key will be?
Left or right sidedly at this point?
I'm saying right side tile room. This seed seems like it will be that kind of a seed.
Though finding Ganon's tower definitely means that Pedestal is not completely dead, but on life support. Could be Quake on Pedestal still. Yeah. No, it couldn't.
Pedestal is dead. Oh, no. Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dead. Trying to think of a random thing, but...
yeah, you can have a bootless seed on that one, so... Yeah, flute can be gotten either way on that one, so yeah, Pedestal... Sorry, chat, is dead. There's no item that could be a percussion item on the Pedestal one. Hey, there's Ether in the Firewire room. And Kohrek, making his way. Going to be getting to the randomizer room next.
Well, could mirror be behind. No, because Fire Rod would be required then. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pedestal's dead at this point.
Though I would love to see the boots there. Either way, we will see what's in the pedestal at the credits, at least, because I don't think either of our runners will check. Kohrek actually knows that it's not going to be required. And Krelbel, he doesn't know yet, but he soon will.
See what's in Rando Room today. A bunch of love and not much else. Okay, Krelbel at yet another attempt at Cold Stare. This is his third try, so... Third try was the charm for Kohrek. Let's see if it's the same for Krelbel. Yeah, Krelbel definitely doesn't know where the fairy location is, which, like I said, to be fair, I did not know until just now myself, so...
Yeah. It's one of those seldom locations that you either know about it, or if someone tells you about it, you'll never forget it. It is very useful.
Especially for things like this.
And I got to count what chest number that was for the big key location.
I have no idea where the big key even was, honestly.
Yeah, I was too focused on watching Krelbel's fight.
Like, Kohrek is going to do a bomb jump. You could also use Ether if you really wanted, but it's an easy bomb jump, so...
Yes. Ether's the intended way.
Or I think you can Fire Rod the lamps as well.
You can. You can. And...
So it looks like we're going to have Tempered Sword, Ice Armor.
Yep.
Okay. Krelbel's making a lot better work of these this time. There's only one left.
Which, oddly enough, the Master Sword does worse damage than
the Fighter Sword.
Yep. On it.
Oh, Cane of Brine strats.
Oh, that's useful.
This is actually
and
amazing.
Get him down!
I did not know it, but Krelbel now has... Oh, there's the first bottle for Kohrek.
Yep,
Krelbel
so
has
Kid is now checkable.
Moon Pearl, and then he can make his way to start trying to catch up. Kohrek has not actually found a whole lot in the way of progression. He's up a sword and some checks.
And a bottle.
And a bottle, potentially, which we don't know if it is. You know, sick kid. Now Krelbel's like, where do I start?
Actually, I would say Krelbel is actually ahead. He's ahead by a crystal.
He has technically done Desert Palace, but that's a really quick check.
Yes,
so
that's true.
Like I said, it all really depends on if there is something on in the well. If there's something needed in the well, I think Krelbel is actually pretty close.
And Kohrek finding Ice Rod Cave.
The left side with another bottle. So of course, once you find the first bottle, after you find Sick Kid, you find...
Yeah. And that was in the chess games location.
Krelbel is heading straight to... So he's actually going to find Ganon's Tower not long behind Kohrek. Which will actually hurt him a bit because... Where was Spike Cave? Was Spike Cave in Village of Outcasts?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so he might actually also...
Yep.
His chicken house?
Yep. The HFC.
With the heart.
Well, hey. Eating food does replenish your health.
Krelbel's bottle. So he will have actually a handy... I like how they also found these two bottles after Fighter Sword. Ice Cold Stare. Good times.
True.
Swamp
could be... No, we know where Swamp is. I'm trying to remember what could be in Skullwoods' top half.
Krelbel is going to be stuck with Master Sword. But he does have a red. So he'll be able to get... or no, he doesn't have the red. The red's behind...
Iron Shed.
Ooh, nice Mire ship.
Found the Mire set.
With another red rupee, and that's about it.
Well, a piece of heart as well. And that was in the Dark World Lumberjack. What? Oh, we forgot to say hi to Bob.
It's
I
okay,
just
Bob
realized
wasn't
that.
hiding anything.
Yeah. But it is always still nice to say hi to him. Kohrek finding the back half of Bumper Cave. Now the reason... Storyteller Hut is just a fortune teller this time.
So yeah, this looks like the Cane of Burna does do the same amount of damage as the slashes with the Tempered Sword against Armos. So if Krelbel knows that strategy as well, he'll be able to kill him just as quickly, even without the Tempered.
Yep.
Having a little bit of trouble with that hook shot there.
Yes. And Krelbel picking up his ether.
Fortunately, the only medallion we've seen so far is the Quake medallion on Turtle Rock.
True, they haven't found the flute to check Mire. So what do you think's actually going to be in Ganon's Tower, since Ganon's Tower isn't Thieves?
It has to be... It could be any of the 3 dungeons that are pendants. It tends to be green pendant, so I'm gonna go with Skullwoods.
Oh. Well,
And he has silvers, so that opens up most of the dungeons by itself.
and it basically means that he's not in go mode yet, but he is in easy mode.
Yep. That's true, we have seen Swamp. I forgot that was a pendant. So it's either Pod or Skullwoods. And he can now complete every dungeon that he finds except for Mire and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, because
And
he
you won't find Turtle Rock.
needs the Canis of Maria.
Shovel! The shovel spot!
Yep. Which I forgot, both of them haven't checked yet. They both have the shovel.
I believe Shovel was in Dark World somewhere else, so Krelbel does not have it yet.
Either
Of
way.
course it's 20 rupees.
That's the 17th 20 rupee? I've stopped counting. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the shovel was, but...
Yeah, I believe, because Krelbel doesn't have it, so I'm pretty sure it was in
Yes.
Hype Cave area or something.
Now, they've both checked Hype Cave.
So we've not seen Pod yet, so Pod could be at Misery Mire.
Yes, Pod could, or Skullwoods could be.
Thus Flute would not be.
As the only part of Skullwoods that is actually shuffled with the rest of the dungeons is the back part of Skullwoods, which requires the Fire Rod, though the front part of Skullwoods is shuffled upon itself.
I believe Krelbel actually just left Ganon's Tower without doing Ice Armor. I can't really tell because the only item was the red. The red potion, but he's not really missing a whole lot losing that, honestly.
And Krelbel opting to do Spike Cave himself.
Yep.
So we see him going to be picking up his Tempered Sword.
Oh, that's right. Shovel was the Hera basement. Correct. Really? Well, the pre-basement basement. There you go.
Yes, because they both decided, because Kohrek actually got stuck and had to, save and quit out. But it looks like he's headed towards Pod. Ooh, finding Mini Moldorm.
Okay.
Like World Hype Cave.
Handy mana drop there as well.
Yep.
Interesting. Krelbel actually save and quit out. after. I think you save him quit at the end of Spike Cave and you want to run back.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hype Cave has
And-
nothing, or Light World Hype Cave has nothing.
It had a bunch of health.
True.
So Kohrek headed to Chia House. Chia House named just because normally it is the house in Vanilla that has the little Chia pet in there.
Yep.
And finding just the normal part of Ice Rod.
I think like Krelbel is actually making a trip up to Skull Woods area, which is interesting play because he knows Fire Rod can't be up here, but while he's in the area, it's not a bad place to go through real quick.
I mean, it does have 2 locations, so that is useful. And the entrance by the another shop. And actually buying the heart.
Worth it.
I know it's always worth it, but for 10 rupees,
He has 900. It's fine.
I guess.
We are Figaro. We actually already know that Fire Rod is on Lake Hylia Island, so Mirror could be here, which would be very, very funny. But Fire Rod itself could not be here. So I believe he got 1 item out of the top left chest. You've not seen Ice Rod, correct? So of items that we're still missing that are required to complete, we still need Quake Medallion.
And Pod is Pod.
We need Mirror to get to the Fire Rod. Pod is Pod, so that means Skull Woods is on Ganon's Tower, and Mire is required, so Flute is now required. Quake, the last medallion, Quake, is required. The boots are not necessarily required unless something's in the well. Of course, Krelbel finds the big key, having to backtrack now for the big chest. We do know where the bow is. We don't know where the Ice Rod is yet, or the Cane of Samaria. So we're still a solid
Long
5
ways
items. The first bottle was not in GT. It was actually, well, Kohrek got his first bottle in GT, but he found the fairy bottle in the usual chess game house right next to it, and Krelbel actually got that one.
Yeah.
Krelbel has not gone to get his bow from the sick kid yet, though.
No, he has not. And Krelbel opting to check the big key chest. While Kirk actually is checking Pod.
Yeah, dude, I would definitely pod into in full clear right now, so
Against
it's a great
right
find.
now, although it is a pendant.
5 chests, though.
Yep. The Celisarala cannot have anything now. Simply due to the fact
Krelbel
of
having issues getting past that hole.
and dropping into the spike room that basically must have a key again because there's no way out of this room. I don't even know whether or not that chest always has to contain a key, even if it's vanilla.
I would imagine that he has a chest has a key in vanilla as well.
I mean, who knows on that one? I mean,
Unless unless that one can only be gotten from the far side, but I think even then,
yeah, you can still get to it, but no. Even then, the game does allow you to come back and fight Mothula with the golden sword, and you cannot deal damage to him with that, except in pokes.
true. Sounds like it is a key in vanilla though. So there, he did find 1 item in Skullwoods. It was the 5 rupees. The other item will probably never be seen this seed.
Well,
Probably.
also the whole fact is that he. So I forgot what I was going to say. Couple finding the HFC location from the village.
In his heart. I think he's gonna go check the lumberjack area.
Still no boots, though. And Todd really not paying off right now.
He's only done the front half. Front half has most of the keys usually.
That's true. That is true.
5 rupees, of course, though.
Well, we've already gone through all the 20 rupees.
There's the red meringue.
Yep.
So I think I've seen 2 or 3 items already out of pod.
I saw 2. I'm not sure on that one because I've been, bouncing back and forth between Krelbel and Kohrek on that one, and just seeing what, keeping an eye on both of them.
Yep, there's the last 2 keys for Kohrek.
He did get the big key, right?
I have not... Actually, I did not pay attention to his front, so... I'm just going based off of how many keys he had. I knew at least one of those had to be a key.
No, I was keeping an eye on Krelbel's side to see if you actually find anything in Skull Woods.
Yep.
Did anybody notice if he actually got it?
There it is.
That answer it.
It had to be one of the 2 chests, and he'd checked everything, but
there.
That I don't know if he checked the middle island, but he checked most everything else. There's the compass.
Krelbel finding his Meyer shed. Let's see.
And another piece of love. So looks like pod has potentially one more item off of Helmasaur.
And Kohrek opting to skip it. I'm trying to think where our runners have access to right now. Well, let's see. We don't know what the rest of the items are in Hera.
There is one more item in Hera he could get. There is the catfish. Kohrek is heading back to Terra right now, actually. Seems to be the case.
Yep, because he now has the bow. So he now technically cannot get soft locked.
Talking about catfish, it looks like that's where Krelbel's heading right now, actually.
Yes, because you have catfish, plus you also have the Dark World Potion Shop location to check.
Correct. And they are still on the lookout. Well, they've not found the dam. It's not a required since it's a crystal or a pendant dungeon, but it does have 6 items and could potentially have one of the many items they need.
8 items, actually. But
ooh, here's 2 items.
That's fairy.
And yeah, okay, fair. I always get way too excited about those places that usually don't have anything.
Yeah, but they both do have access to technically 8 items in Swamp, because finding the dam initially will give them an item, and then give them, because in the entrance shuffle the dam stays drained, well, the swamp stays drained. They have access to the dam item as well.
Correct.
The sunken item. And
catfish. What does catfish have?
Let's see.
Of course, it has 20 rupees.
Have they
Whenever I
collected
get
all the
excited
20
about
rupees
it.
yet?
Every time I get excited. So right now, ooh, Krelbel might be heading to the sick kid right here, actually.
Yes, I think you are correct.
Doesn't really have much of the reason to be up here.
Yes, and Kohrek at Moldorm.
Moldorm. Yep.
Sorry, I'm just...
Yep. This does a 50-50 chance of being an item or...
No. Oh yeah, you're right.
Or not. It's either an item or the last dungeon item to the...
Yep.
So that means you have to go to the basement.
He's gotta go to the basement.
And Krelbel getting his bow.
And he's got silver, so they both are in easy mode, technically.
Okay, so just to reset for you. The beginning of this race, the first hour or so was spent trying to get to Dark World, and it turned out to have the Moon Pearl as their last required item to do the Dark World, or rather as the main required item to do the Dark World, on Coldstare himself, which is at the Tower of Hera location, and they only had access to fighter sword. and hammer. But they had
And Krelbel actually did sequence break and to check Spiral Cave as the Super Bunny, and was able to find the Master Sword, which did make his closer fight a lot easier. Though he also checked Aghanim, which they also had access to. We still don't know whether or not that play will pay off because the Lumberjack tree location was the Kakariko well.
Yep, and neither has found boots yet. Krelbel did do Aga 1, as you said, but it looks like Krelbel is either heading down to the blacksmith area or is heading up Ganon's tower.
Oh.
Terrible play. Was that the mirror? The mirror was in the basement of Hera. So that gives Kohrek the fire rod, which lets him get into whatever's at Skull Woods.
Correct. Trying to think if any other locations are opened up with that. Yes. And Krelbel visiting the Torp in his hideout.
Kohrek kicking himself a bit probably for not finishing Hera earlier after that fall.
Yeah, but it happens.
Now it kind of depends on how long until Krelbel gets down there to that area.
I think he'll probably do the usual route of checking. I think Krelbel did actually check Hype Cave, the location. Wait, I don't think he did.
I don't think he's been that direction yet, actually, at all. So he has to check that direction, and then also check a couple others, like that whole south path that Kohrek has already been.
And looks like Kohrek's going to grab his fire rod right now, and then will he check the Dark World shopping mall?
While you're here, you may as well. Like, I don't see why not.
That's true. Though...
The fire rod.
So... Wait, I don't think we found all the shops yet, so here's hoping we actually will have a shopping mall this time. And a shopping spree.
Shoppy will the shopping mall be.
And Krelbel finding the Curio shop and the Red Shield shop at the same... Basically, whatever you want to name it.
The Red Shield shop works.
I've heard Red Shield shop, I've heard Curio shop. I mean, it does sell a bee for 10 rupees.
It's on the wrong half of Kakariko Village, or the wrong side of Kakariko Village.
Yeah.
Krelbel doing the troll digging game.
Yeah. And...
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that, but that was just a random sequence of events.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
That's just one of those random things. It's like, really, game? Just stop it. Just please stop.
Finding one of the empty houses.
King's Tomb? Okay. Krelbel making an interesting play that I was thinking.
Oh god,
the
boots.
Kohrek making all the right decisions right now.
But Krelbel having the old man, which will be useful.
Krelbel grabbing the blacksmith, which is a thought I was thinking earlier. Because that is a long run to deliver, though. Because he is all the way over at 5. Or not 5. Over at the Light World shopping mall.
Yes, but Krelbel will also have to actually use... he'll have to save and quit.
Yep.
Which will give him the blacksmith in the Light World, as the same thing happens in Vanilla.
Yep. He won't be able to check the Swamp Palace location, but he can check most everything else on the way to where he's going.
True, though.
Check Hype Cave and such.
No, he can also... He can pick up his boots. If he knows he can do it, he can pick up his boots.
He can go get his boots, yep.
With
he doesn't have the mirror, though.
No, he does not, so he can't pick up the fire rod, but he can go check the Dark World shopping mall. Because apparently the old man will swim with you. Not old man, the blacksmith.
The library with the bombs.
Yeah.
Yep, the blacksmith will go with you, but it's just kind of awkward going there without mirror at this point. Because he's going to have to run back there for the blacksmith and then also run back there.
Yes, but it is still 3 locations, and
I was about to say, I mean, he's doing it, but he's checking here.
Nope. Just one of the useless locations.
If he does go there, though, he's actually going to go there, I think.
Yeah, he's
Pass
going
right
there.
by the fire rod spot and be like, oh.
He's
okay.
gonna get his boots. Which
and Krelbel's
means
going to be very happy about this play.
Which means Krelbel actually may be in the lead.
It means we're going to find out very soon how needed that Aga 1 trip was.
I mean, if that actually pays off, well, Kohrek is actually going to find out that the pyramid item really wasn't that good.
10 rares, if I recall.
Yep. 10 shots with your bow is what the pedestal reads.
The only thing that would have made this trip for Krelbel better is if Mir happened to be here as well. Alas, not the case, but he will probably actually hit up Ice Palace after he turns into Blacksmith, because he's already in the area, so...
Yes, he probably will. Which
And
would most likely give him the mirror as well. And after the save and quit.
I think Kohrek is going to do Desert Palace while he's here, so he'll catch up a crystal there.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the save and quit after boots.
Yep, so... I guess I'll turn to chat and ask, does anybody have any guesses for what will be in the Kakariko well? If they both remember.
I would have to imagine it's been in the back of Krelbel's mind for a long time now. I know it would be in mine, at least.
Yeah, I hope. Chat's saying, cane, quake, mushroom, ice rod.
Mushroom. Mushroom is mentioned.
Cookies. But
what is the blacksmith?
Hitting the fire rod to save time.
Oh, the cane! The blacksmiths were smithing a cane. This might actually prompt him to go Ganon's tower?
Maybe.
Looks like that's where he's going, as opposed to and skipping on the Ice Palace, which is we all know is where the mirror is at.
Yes, but he has access to all of Ganon's tower now.
Oh, he's going to the well, because of course he's going to the well, because he has the boots.
Yeah. Here's the well wishing.
Okay, nothing usually.
Yep.
Oof, and without flute, that's a long trip for Kohrek with the blacksmith. So Krelbel definitely has a leg up for getting the cane.
Yep, but Krelbel,
skipping the bonk rocks.
Yeah.
Interestingly. He really wants to get to that well.
Yes, it's 5 items!
It's 5 2 hours in, we're almost 2 hours in and we're just now seeing the well.
Yep. Now, please, let it pay off. Let it have the flute.
Piece of heart. The next chest. The butter sword. Okay, not a required item, but not terrible.
But very useful. Bombs.
Oops. A heart and a rupee, so nothing required. So it was not required, but he has butter.
Which can help.
Kohrek will almost assuredly not get butter this season. So I'll save a little bit of time on Ganon in the boss fight.
Yes, but it does help. It does help.
So if this ends up being a close race, it could be what tips it.
And one of the fairy fountains found at the bonk rocks.
Krelbel just remembered the rocks.
Yep, and we had a virtual high five there as well.
Yep. I think Kohrek is going to do... Oh, he's going to check Skullwood's area and check the whatever's in Skullwood, which is a good play right now. It's, at this point is either EP or Mire. The other is at Misery Mire. And Krelbel is going to go do probably the top half of Akka Tower. Or
You mean
possibly
Ganon's
right
tower.
side. Sorry, Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, sorry
Aga 2
about that as
tower.
well.
I think he's going to try to do the bomb jump, though, for Strat here. So he doesn't have the fire rod yet.
No, he's got the lamp, though.
Is he going to skip? Yep. Nope, he's going to do Tiledom as well.
Well, he has the big key on that one.
Yeah,
I forgot
he can
would
do the
have
top.
to bomb jump.
I wonder how confident he is with the bomb jump on this side, or if he's just going to do Tile Room and then go top.
Well, it is 4 item locations, and I don't think he beat Ice Armors either.
Correct. That's why I think he's probably going to try to do the bomb jump.
No!
Or he's going to accidentally leave the air. Whoops.
And also, neither of our runners have found powder yet, so they better be careful, because if any of these tiles hit you, it's at least 1 heart of damage, no matter what armor you've got.
Yep. So we found all the sword upgrades, we have found all the shield upgrades, but not a single armor upgrade. And we are still missing Flute, Ice Rod,
Quake.
and Quake.
So what will be in Skull Woods' back half?
Key. Okay, so he's not going to try the bomb jump, he's going to go either down to Ice Armor's left side or just do the top.
Oh, good.
I would honestly just do that.
Let's see what's at the pedestal.
Yep, he's
Pedestal
going up.
check hype.
Pedestal! Maximum health! So no 20 hearts this season.
Yep. No 20 health, no mirror shield unless they go grab it, and Kohrek will not have the butter sword. Meyer!
Play by Krelbel, it could work out. Kohrek unfortunately does not have the cane to do Meyer. So while something could be on Vitreous, because we know cane is available to him,
Yes.
he will not be able to do it.
But will he remember the actual blacksmith, I wonder? Also, Purple Chest is also available now for Kohrek.
Yeah,
Sorry,
definitely the best
Krelbel.
thing for Kohrek to find right now, it would be the flute. Because that'll lead him to the blacksmith probably right away, or close to it.
And while Kohrek is actually checking through Meyer, Krelbel's ascending Ganon's tower. He's almost at the gauntlet.
Yep. He'll probably pick up the safety here, because he does not have the red bottle yet, that we know is behind Ice Armor.
He still has a fairy in the bottle, though.
But he does have a fairy, so it's not too bad right now.
Yep. Taking the iframes.
Yep.
One thing I did not know for the longest time was how to actually get over there when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I never put 2 and 2 together that you could actually just bonk over.
That was the only way you could get over, apparently, which is weird.
Yeah, well, I know the running kid in Kakariko, if you talk to him in vanilla, he does actually explain that you can do that. Just like how if you powder the one person that's hidden behind the bar that's chicken, they will turn into a human and tell you about the flute and the swag duck.
Correct. Ooh, Kohrek playing a little tight here now. Found the big key, but has to go through this room with red shield and saving his life.
And 1 heart.
Okay, made it past the scary rooms.
Well, these rooms are still technically scary because of Wizrobes.
Usually you can get those to not spawn, but... Oop. Nah, he's fine. You can just go under for that last one.
And Krelbel opting to not... Well, no, he doesn't have the powder.
Yeah, neither runner has the power yet. Krelbel opting to use Butter Sword instead of the bow here.
Sorry, I've been playing too much normal A Link to the Past lately.
There's the other dungeon item for Kohrek, so nothing. So while there isn't an item guaranteed to be on Vitreous yet, it's definitely looking like there's a high possibility. Because it could be a key on Vitreous.
Well, it could also be the flute.
Oh, that dodge by Kohrek, though. It was very tight.
I know when we finally, do our post-race interview with our runners, I'm going to directly ask them, how do you pronounce your names?
Oh, it wasn't Sank Heart, unfortunately.
And I know that was one item. I don't think we've seen both yet.
Oh. No, we have not.
Haven't.
That was our first item.
Okay.
Krelbel having a little bit of an issue with the
Robes.
robes there.
Now, Krelbel also finishing off Ganon's Tower, which is needed, I might add.
Yep, this is a required thing, so he's not really wasting a lot of time past... He knows he's going to have to make another trip here when he gets the Fire Rod. It's fine. Yeah, he did the hard part.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kohrek finishing and dying. Oh.
Oh, he forgot he had the fairy.
Fairy, unfortunately. He's
I
still
did
got
not catch.
He has the
what
mirror.
was
I'm
in,
surprised he's not just mirroring out.
He even got it selected.
Yeah. Ooh,
And
Krelbel
Krelbel-
also burning his fairy. It was almost synchronized.
Yep.
The lasers. Tough. Did Krelbel... I did not see what was in the big chest. Do you know if it was a key or the other item?
I think it was a key. But no, Krelbel making sure to take the time to actually skip the one frame glitch that can happen there. Yeah, doing this with just lamp is hard. You have to literally start with the upper torch.
And while dodging that fire beam, yeah.
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard, but it is possible. It looks like Krelbel's got it now.
He's fine. He's good. Okay, let's see what's on the top of Ganon's turn. Flute up here would definitely be a big find.
Yes.
20
Especially if
rupees,
the
of
flute's
course.
in a validation chest.
Piece of heart.
Well, the last chest of the game, I should say. Because I
That wasn't
know,
a little
our,
careful here. It hurt
so I
my
know
heart.
our runners do not like the actual validation chest.
The bonk strategy. Being a little bit safer in here because of the...
Bunny Bee and the low health.
Yep.
Oh, and the anti-fairy and your
Oh,
upgrade.
oh.
He's got it.
Just, quick loop around, just in case.
And Kohrek also opting to Ganon's Tower.
He also cannot do right side. Krelbel is going to be safe with the cape here.
Cape.
Easy 2 swipes.
Yep. Do you think we'll probably not see Cape on Agnim, but we may see it on the Room of Death in the next room in
Mushroom.
the Mushroom.
That's an interesting find.
Correct. It's a gamble, but it can have everything. It can have nothing.
I know you found them, which wrote it down 1 second.
It was at the Lake Hylia shop, if I recall.
Lift Rock actually near the desert.
I'm thinking of another seed.
Yeah, I know, right? It is.
I know.
Happened to be. It's worse when you do it during a race. You're like, oh, Blacksmith is here. Wait, nope, never mind. That was the other seed. Blacksmith is actually nearby.
Yeah, it does happen.
Ooh, nice triple from Krelbel there.
If it registered as a triple, it might have been too close, because I know it does happen.
Oh, it was too close. That was only because that was 2 right there. That's
But no
unfortunate.
blue balls!
Not yet. Yep, nothing there.
And Krelbel technically has access to Ganon, but if you go in there without having all 7 crystals, Ganon will laugh at you and say, you can't kill me. Though I do know in the latest version of the normal randomizer, they added it so that way you can at least get to part 3 and drop. So that way it is not a... So that way you're not having to take a death or soft lock?
The actual reason for that is in Madness Seeds, where the jump down and the exit can be in completely different places. It could actually be a progression to push Ganon to phase 3. Okay, so Krelbel looks like I would imagine he's heading over to the pod area now. Unfortunately, still not where he wants to be.
True, but will he complete pod? We know that there's an item in Helmasaur, which could be a progression item.
Kohrek definitely having a bit smoother time of Ganon's Tower right here, though.
Yes, and Krelbel finding his mini Moldorm cave.
Yep, his completely useful cave right here.
His health cave.
His health cave. Catching up
his
on
health
hearts.
Spa.
He's actually ahead on hearts now. Ooh. Of course, just as I say, Kohrek falls a bunch of times.
But he has he's got the Kool-Aid.
Fittingly, he uses his red bottle in the same place he got it.
Yep. And Krelbel now checking his Chia house.
Which has the wrong side of Ice Palace.
Well, technically if he had the net, he could get the Golden Bee and sell it for 100 rupees. Which is an actual open mode strategy in the early game, just because, well, money is money.
Money is money.
And Krelbel not opting to buy a red potion? And Kohrek, of course, having the fire rod, can do this room a lot easier.
I imagine Krelbel's gonna buy a blue potion when he does the witch.
Probably. So, if you were Kohrek, would you immediately go turn in the mushroom?
Yes. With 2 empty bottles. But I'm also a bit safer when it comes to these things. I like having bottles handy.
Yes.
Liquids.
If it wasn't for my fear of Mothula, I personally wouldn't even be taking a bottle in NMG.
Ooh, this is a big gamble that will actually probably pay off for Krelbel not doing pod. Because we know nothing is in pod.
True. I think he's checking through his notes right now.
Yeah, he wants to find where the other dungeons are, I think. Because he knows he can complete most dungeons. And I can't blame him.
Yeah, they still need the flute, quake, and the ice rod.
I don't think he's actually checked Swamp yet, so he's going to find the news about Swamp. They still haven't found Swamp, so at this point, where could Swamp enter? The dam, rather. Like, the dam is like Mimic Cave or something like that at this point.
Mimic Cave, possibly Mire area.
Mire area would definitely be a higher chance of it. Also, the mirror spots that have not been checked yet by Kohrek.
Yep.
Okay, nice 2 for Kohrek.
And the overlook at the graveyard.
Oof, only 1 on that one. Angry swipes.
There's the double.
1 more hit. Nice hit.
And no blue balls on Agatu.
Okay, is Krelbel finally making his way to Ice Rod Cave?
I think so.
Looks like it. Or not Ice Rod Cave, sorry. Ice Temple. Ice Palace. One of the words that are used to describe the place Ice Palace is at.
It's Ice Palace, and it's in Ice Lake.
Correct. This is a long season. It does not show signs of stopping. We still have all of Turtle Rock. Which we can't get to because neither of our runners have found Quake yet.
And
so at this point...
has the can of Samaria.
At this point, I'm expecting Flute to be somewhere in a mirror location. maybe purple chest, and then Quake over at Mire area. Maybe in EP, because EP is in Mire at this.
Yes. Well, technically, Flute could be at Vitreous.
Or true, or Vitreous. Krelbel getting his shovel, which we all know has, I believe, a 20 piece.
Yep.
Like most things.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, Carcat once said that, yeah, 20 rupees basically were the most prevalent item in the game, to the point that basically, if you want to create a plando of the game, you know, a planned randomizer, basically, I don't think it all starts at 20 rupees, but, yeah, essentially, that's got the most amount of stuff.
Talking about 20 rupees. Guess what we have at the witch hut for the mushroom?
Yeah.
Krelbel having a much easier time. We'll unfortunately get the news about the basement, but we'll hopefully not take a risk and not do the basement.
Yeah. Because
He is... Sorry, go ahead.
He probably will remember to do the basement. Knowing Krelbel, he will probably, you know, think about it for a minute and then remember, yeah, I've got to do the basement.
Yep, he just seems like he thinks he's really far behind right now, and he's taking a little bit of risks, like not doing pod. But
Yes.
even though I understand why he didn't do pod, it's still a risk because of how many chests are in there to get. He's just taking
Correct.
the gamble that it's not in a pendant dungeon. But this is a little bit different of a gamble at this point.
Well, I know he
It's
also
a one
likes
run.
to take, you know, notes on that one.
Oh, I'm sure he knows
And-
there's an item in the base.
And Kohrek finding the Generous Thief's location.
Yeah, he's going to get it. Okay, so he's getting his mirror.
Yep.
I'll give him his fire rod, and we'll let him actually go do all of Mire then.
Yeah, so he might have the flute. If the flute is in Mire, he could have it. As Kohrek has not checked the blacksmith yet. Though I know he's going to Ring of Flowers.
Yep. Kohrek is checking those spots now.
And Krelbel taking his coffee break.
Just
he
a
might
shot.
need that.
With how long this seed's been going, yeah, you definitely will.
Yep.
Yeah, Kohrek, the longer Kohrek looks for places and doesn't find anything, he's missing out on not getting the red cane. But he is routing right over to the blacksmith right.
I think he's going for it.
I think that is on his next on his list of things to do. And indeed, that is the case.
I should have quoted Phantom Ryu with "It's gotta be Kane," but
Well, you know.
it's hard to remember all that in an entrance shuffle. Krelbel now has his mirror.
Krelbel gonna probably go straight for his fire rod as well.
Well, he's right there. Oh wait, he's got a
He
mirror.
can't get to it though, yeah.
You're right.
It's like, this is something, right? Yeah, that's right, that's the fire rod. I can't get there yet.
Yeah, and Kohrek checking the tablets.
On his way across, that's a good check. It's definitely a guaranteed item is always a good check in its randomizer.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's not paying off. Well, it's
money.
paying off, just not in the right way.
It's paying Link off.
It's paying Link off already.
Though, to do the... Our runners did check Agina's cave, right?
I don't think we've seen Agina's cave yet. I mean, the actual location of Agina's cave, yeah, but I don't think we've seen the actual physical Agina's cave.
Yeah.
So...
Oh god, if the actual item... Oh god, if Flute is there, then did our runner skip it? Chat, did
No, he's been to location. They went there really early, remember? That was where, I believe there was something in that cave, actually.
As Chat's pointing out, oh, they got it.
Okay, so Krelbel checking his bonk rocks.
And
Kohrek getting
Kohrek.
his cane.
It's gonna be Cade!
Please tell me Krelbel remembers the fire rod.
I think he does. Hopefully.
But why is he here then?
I think he's taking the Whirlpool Warp. Oh no.
Turning into mushroom. Maybe he's just going to do both at the same time.
Yeah, probably.
Please tell me that's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing.
Because he, like, swam up to the thing, but I don't think he actually saw the fire rod on there.
He has seen that the fire rod is there. He just knew that the sanctuary was close to it.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've checked it, though.
True. But yeah, he's opting to take the warp. Yep. He's
going this direction to
travel.
Get the purple chest, I think?
Maybe. Well, Krelbel heads to the purple chest. Kohrek is going to go finish off Meyer.
Yep, that's a good play right now for Kohrek.
So they're both going for a long shot. Though Kohrek does, though since Meyer is a crystal, this does help him out with his crystal count.
Now, where is Krelbel going? He doesn't have the fire rod yet. Does he think he already has the fire rod, maybe?
No, he's going to go... Oh, God.
He's going up to the back half of Skull Woods? Krelbel, no.
No, Krelbel!
Krelbel, I know this is a long seed. I'm sorry. You don't automatically get the fire rod when you find the mirror. You have to go get it first. He checks his thing. No! Gets grabbed by the thing. Yeah, it really... at this point, you really can't blame him. Like, there's so much... Like I said, we said earlier, there's a lot to remember in these runs, and you can forget something that you looked at literally 2 hours ago very easily. On the plus side, he does have Aga 1, so he starts right on the pyramid here. Or... so yeah. So Kohrek's going to go kill Vitreous. It's very possible that there's a progression. There isn't the only possibility. There is also the possibility of Helmasaur having something. Unless someone counted items better than I, but... There's also the possibility of Purple Chest having something. Okay, Krelbel's heading in the right direction now. Okay, I think Krelbel's getting his fire rod. Krelbel has gotten his fire rod, and will probably just retrace his step. So, this could be nothing. This could be... Oof. Krelbel gonna use a potion here just to heal up. This could be Quake, which would lead him into Turtle Rock, or this could be Flute, which would lead him to Mire area. Or it's Bugnet. It's an item, alright. They can now catch more fairies. So, purple chest. Back to purple chest or the Helmasaur. Krelbel. Oh, or right side Ganon's tower. Right side Ganon's tower is available to both runners now. That's definitely a good spot to check at this point. Kohrek could be thinking about Aga. They still have not found the dam, so they can't do swamp at all. Neither still looks like neither have done purple chest. Hopefully, Krelbel might do it sometime through here, depending on where he goes. I believe he's gonna go back up to he's gonna do Mire right now. Kohrek actually looks like he's going to do Aga 1, which, while we know has nothing but butter, he does not. He just sees 5 chests and is like, well, that's a pretty good chance. It's not too long for 5 chests.
Sorry, what did I miss?
Bugnet dropped off of Vitreous.
Okay.
So Kohrek is now actually heading to Aga 1. Krelbel did remember his Fire Rod, though, so he's actually heading to Mire. So this is Krelbel's chance to catch up. It's going to take... Kohrek will probably get through Aga Tower faster than Krelbel does Mire. So... But once that happens, they'll be relatively close to even. Especially once Kohrek goes and checks the well.
Yep, because...
So at this point, I'm betting purple chest. Because purple chest always has something whenever you don't think it has something.
That's true.
And flute purple chest is the worst thing to ever get on purple chest.
I've seen purple chest there before. Sorry. I have seen flute at purple chest before.
Indeed, Figaro was a good call for Aga.
Yeah, and places that are left. Purple chest.
At this point, Helmasaur and purple chest are all we really got.
Yeah.
And
Helmasaur
might not be an item since neither of us were counting.
Actually, chat, did anybody get if they found all the items in Pod? To answer the question in chat about what do we need for Go mode, Ice Rod and Quake.
And Flute.
Oh yes, you're all right, and Flute.
Till 3 items away, 2 hours and 22 minutes into the run. This is quite a seat we found ourselves in, folks.
Yeah. Strap yourselves in. I mean, that's why I went away. I went to go order food.
That's fair. It's been long. I'm gonna go get something after this myself. But I'm locked in for the rest of this.
As am I.
We have a race on our hands. We still have green mail on both runners, by the way.
Yeah, oh god, it's, Skullwoods at G-Tower, right?
You're correct. Skullwoods is at G-Tower. So
and they've only found, one of the items in Skullwoods?
Yeah, so of course the back item in Skullwoods is probably a mail. Wouldn't surprise me. But, the other location that no one had thought of that I thought of late, and chat pointed out, was right side GC still needs to be checked for both runners. So that's a good 4 items right there.
But I don't think either of them are going to go.
I would not be surprised if Kohrek goes there right after checking the, well.
Oh, no. Not
since he'll be near there anyway, and it's 4 items.
True.
Maybe a key. But...
Well, yes. But it comes down to, will they remember to check that? So as we know, the flute could be there, but it's all the fact of remembering it.
Yeah, they've both been there twice.
I mean, that's the thing about the entrance shuffle randomizer. It takes so much concentration and memory. You have to think about, where have I gone, where haven't I gone, what locations have I checked, what locations haven't I checked, where are all the entrances that I normally would not go to at all during a normal randomizer, or even, vanilla.
Well, a lot of that you kind of just pick up by doing this enough, honestly. Like, you start realizing, you know what places you have or haven't been to. You can use a tracker for a lot of that as well. It's just you're basically constantly thinking, okay, where is the next best area of location to check?
Yeah.
That's more what you're thinking
there.
about. Oh, I have a notepad just as commentary for ER for entrance.
To answer the chat, yes, pyramid is Ganon. What's in the pyramid is vanilla Ganon.
Yeah, pyramid is indeed Ganon. Both runners know this through a pretty quick process of elimination. You can check all of the drop spots early except for the pyramid, so...
Yes, and that is not randomized in a full entrance shuffle, if I recall correctly. The drop spots still lead to the drop spot locations. However, in the hardest difficulty of the entrance shuffle, those can be decoupled.
Correct.
I mean, when you have one entrance, going in, gives you a different entrance when you go out, yeah.
So Kohrek is doing well, and Krelbel is almost a Vitreous.
And going to be picking up his Swagnet, but since Aga is dead completely...
Kohrek with some swipes of frustration after that green rupee. Oh, he does not remember right side Aga, I don't think.
Right side T-Tower?
It looks like Ether Tablet might be, or he might be double checking the, or probably both, honestly. Double checking the Ether Tablet. Yep, he's going straight to Ether Tablet.
Did Kohrek actually check his check Turtle Rock though?
I believe he has checked Turtle Rock. I believe both runners have done that.
And Vitreous with silvers and the
Cape strats. I love these strats. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed one.
I know. I've personally just waited out because I had Lesser Sword and just basically killed Vitreous before killing the eyes.
Getting his bombs from Ether Tablet.
It's
so there are a few
bombs.
places that the runners have not checked that the other has. Krelbel has not seen Bombo's tablet, and Kohrek had not seen Ether until now.
Krelbel has checked the tile room in T-Tower, while Kohrek has not.
Correct.
Ooh, we have not... do they have Crystals 5 and 6?
They do actually have Crystals 5 and 6, and Bomb Merchant is actually where Kohrek is heading right now. So that could be the dam, which would then open up Swamp, and it's 6 items.
Actually, it would open up the dam item and the
And correct. Yep, 7 items. So this is a potentially big play by Kohrek.
Well, it opens up the dam plus the sunken item. So dam item plus that.
So Krell is, I believe, heading to Ganon's tower. I don't think there's much other reason for him, other than he might be checking Purple Chest, actually. But at this point, if you're going to do Purple Chest, you may as well do Ganon's tower first, or he's going to the right. Oh, he's going to check the cliff. I don't believe Kohrek has checked. Correct.
No, neither player has not checked. So, let's see. Is Agina in either of these locations?
Agina could be, the dam could be. There's Agina. And there's a bottle in checkerboard. Interesting. Checkerboard has not been found yet. Okay then. Well, one of these
plays not like the others.
Neither of them is the dam. And neither of them has a useful item.
Yeah. Well, technically the bottle is useful. But looks like Kohrek is actually opting to go kill Helmasaur. Okay,
so once again, we are still very varianced in yeah, that didn't work, whatever. The routes are very different, even at this stage in the game, how somewhat linear this has been.
Yeah,
Kohrek's saving and quitting. Did he just remember about he might have just remembered right side GT. The way he just quit save and quit like that, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, right side GT, save quit." That's what I would do.
Forgetting that it was in the dark world and having the mirror.
Oh no, Krelbel's going to. Oh,
Purple
Krelbel's
chest.
Here. Check doing purple chest first, which I don't think he can do inside of GT.
He can't, but at the same point, purple chest might have something.
I mean, yeah, it has a guaranteed item.
Plus, he has not checked Ring of Flowers yet.
Oh, he's going down to check Ring of Flowers as well.
Yeah. Which gives him 2 items,
And
which is a
Bombos.
play.
So he's checking 3 locations, basically. 2 guaranteed items and 3 locations. Or and a location, rather.
And one of the locations has not been seen.
Correct. We do not know what's in purple chest.
Catrice held 20 rupees. Chat. To answer the person's question for that.
But even with this, I would have definitely done Ganon's Tower right side before checking, doing this loop, because you're already over there, so it's the same thing. But it might have slipped. It must have just slipped Treble's mind, because it did slip Kohrek's mind until just now.
Yes, and chat calling for Quake in purple chest. Oh, and he's also checking his, and Krelbel also checking his digging spot.
Correct. He has not done that yet.
More money.
Another 20 rupee. Oop, give me the chest. Come on, there we go.
Yeah. Kohrek doing his towel room for a key.
They need Quake for Turtle Rock. So they need for Turtle Rock. They still need both Quake and Ice Rod. Though Ice Rod has a decent chance of being in
Turtle Rock
at this
right
point.
now. Oh god, Ice Rod and Turtle Rock and Flute on Trinex?
I mean, sure. Just 10 off of the chest, so the chest does not have anything.
Krelbel getting a little frustrated. I mean, 2.5 hours in, even on a simple shuffle, it feels like, I won't say that I hazard my opponent done, but it can sort of feel like that.
This seed has been they're still 3 items away from go mode 2.5 hours in. This is just
one
a
to
crazy
watch.
seed.
I mean, even your pedestal seed was not this bad, if I recall.
This is at least a race. My pedestal seed
Yes.
wasn't even a race. I threw that one 30 minutes into it. Okay, that's a piece of heart. There's the first mail upgrade. And what's the last one? I don't think it's a key, so
It's the flute!
The flute is in right side.
Krelbel, are you going there? I think he's going there. Looks like
Hey,
he's
where else would he be
there.
going?
He's checking.
Is he thinking and getting the? Oh no, he's getting the bomb.
And hey,
Which we
it's
know
Swag
has
Duck's
nothing.
team.
But Swag Deck is so close.
I forgot to say, chat, get your Swag Ducks.
Oh, Krelbel had a chance to come back, but he just didn't remember about right side GT when he was in the area. So unfortunate.
Thanks to the person in chat
once
about what's the
again-
difference between this and the old randomizer runs. This is basically the logic of the normal randomizer for A Link to the Past, and the entrances are also shuffled. So it means that you have to think a lot more and remember where are all the locations that you have been. It's very complex, but it's also very fun.
Okay, Kohrek going straight. He definitely feels behind. He's going straight into this, which I don't blame him because right side GT is something you would expect your opponent to do right away as well. Once they got the fire rod. Swamp can't be mine. This has to be EP. So EP with probably something in it.
To answer the other question in chat about what was in purple chest, arrows.
There's the ice rod.
To answer
You're
the other
now-
question in chat about whether or not the entrance shuffle logic has to modify the regular logic at all, or just shuffle the entrances, it really doesn't have to modify the logic at all, at least as far as I recall. Just shuffling the entrances, it's reliant more on the runners to figure out a way most of the time, if I recall. Isn't that correct?
Sorry, I was kind of thinking about this.
Someone in chat was actually asking whether or not the entrance shuffle logic actually alters anything with the normal logic, or just shuffles the entrances.
With the chests, it does. Yeah, all the chests are randomized like a normal randomizer.
I know, but they want to know about if not the logic was altered within the entrance shuffle. I know they were able to actually build the entrance shuffle off of the normal logic of the normal randomized logic of the game, so I'm assuming it does shuffle the entrances, but it also has to allow the runners to still collect the items.
Yeah, it's
basically, since this is running on VT8 25.5, as it's got some of the advantages of 26, yet but not all of them.
It's pretty much V25 with the waterfall Venus fairy, yeah.
So it really doesn't modify the logic that much, if at all. It just requires you to actually... The logic, however, is different as far as the way it shuffles the entrances.
Here's the big key. I did not see if he had any other items. I know he got the ice rod as the first item. I was kind of watching Krelbel because he saw he's actually going to do pod, and he'll probably finish it.
Reminder for Tracker about missing ice rod.
Bombs is another item in EP.
If you'll excuse me, I've got to step away from the mic for a minute.
No worries. Okay, so Kohrek is working on finishing Armos. When he switches to bow, I'll check and see if there's an item on it or not. But he does have many locations, including a potential dam location to find. As of this moment, we're only missing Quake. Okay. It's a map for Krelbel. And of course, I didn't even see if he got an item, so it will be a surprise. This could be an item, this could not. It could be Quake. It's an item, but it is not Quake. So, Krelbel got all the stuff out of the front. It's going to do all of the useless things in the back. Meanwhile, Kohrek is going to be on the Great Quake Hunt, which is now the last item he needs for Go mode. Krelbel is definitely in a bit of a hole. He never went back to right side Ganon's tower to get the flute. Oh, and there's the dam, so now Swamp is wide open. Should be 8 more items open now, including that one we just saw, which is nothing, so... Kohrek, going to the dam. I would assume he knows about Swamp Palace. There's not too many locations left. I'm not sure what he's doing here, actually. Oh, he's gonna flute out, okay. So he's not gonna check the rest of this. He might be keeping track of how many item places there are and know there's not really any left. Which I don't think there are many left, personally, but... So Krelbel is kind of really hoping Quake is in here at this point. Kohrek is actually going to go back now and check the rest of the places. Pedestal was just a piece of a full heart, rather.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so
And
both
I'm
items. So there is an item on Helmasaur. So the Helmasaur item could be
Quake.
Quake.
And since we've seen a lot of the outstanding locations,
Kohrek did find the dam though, so
yes.
Swamp is open.
Which does mean, yes, it could be there. It could also be on Helmasaur, and I think Krelbel is going to get that.
Yep, Krelbel is heading toward Helmasaur now, so...
Oh, and Kohrek just found Joke.
Oh, joke. Here's an item, the Bonk Rock chest, which has a heart.
So what do you think is going to be the trollier location? Helmasaur or Dam?
I mean, the odds are that it's at Swamp.
To answer the person in chat, Quake can't be at Malfila. We've already determined that Skullwoods
TR.
has to be in Ganon's Tower.
Mothula is not going to have there is one item left in the skull, but it's not going to be anything other than maybe mail that's useful at this point, or a fourth bottle, or powder. Kohrek. Oh, Kohrek, I think it might be checking the cliff. So he had not checked that yet. Yep, that's indeed where he's going. Kohrek is being very thorough, which I can't blame him for. He knows his opponent hasn't done yet, so he knows he's probably having just as bad of a time as he is. Well,
yeah, considering
maybe.
that they had to do a fighter's sword cold stare.
Yeah. And he actually did fighter sword too, so he knew it was fighter sword. And it did take him 3 tries. It actually took both of our runners 3 tries to kill. Krelbel just kind of went around and did a couple other things on the way.
And please let this be Quake.
Okay, what does Helmasaur have? Just a piece of heart, so it's in Swamp. Probably.
Ouch. So,
Okay, so now Krelbel has to figure out
Ganon's Tower. And Kohrek, though we can't officially say it yet, has just taken that huge lead.
Oh, he's definitely ahead at this point. But he's going around and checking a lot of things he... Okay, I think he's going to go do Purple Chest right now and then go do Swamp. Once again, being very thorough. Whereas Krelbel has pretty much Ganon's Tower and then can just go straight to doing other things. But at this point, Kohrek is definitely has the lead. Not insurmountable, but not... It's going to be rough to catch up for Krell. Let's go with that. Oh, I think we might have run out of 20 rupees finally. Maybe. I say that, we're going to find another one in Swamp probably. Yeah, Krelbel has not found the flute yet to get to the dam, though he is heading there now. So he's going to be playing catch-up for a bit, but Kohrek has run out of options, as has Krelbel for that matter. Like, and I wouldn't even say that Krelbel forgot about Ganon's Tower. It's just very possible that he thinks because he's behind, he's just trying to make plays. Like, he's trying to... he was just trying to go check everywhere else and hope for the off spots of having it, and that would give him the win. Yeah, that's... Because he did come straight here, so he probably was just trying to play the angles and hope that it wasn't here. And unfortunately, it didn't pay off. Okay, what chest is Quake gonna be in, guys? What do you think? A single rupee. It's a good start. Blue mail, arrow upgrade, and flute. Is Krelbel going to do Ice Armos while he's here? That's going to put him, unfortunately, further behind.
Yes, he's probably checking Ice Armos.
It'll be a quick kill at least, but
With
more time
swords
is
in the
wasting,
bow.
unfortunately.
And I think I'm starting to agree with the one person in chat that's saying that Quake will probably be at the Magic Bat.
Are we gonna? You think we're gonna see a powder drop in here?
Yes.
That was vanilla, if I recall, right?
Yes, it was.
That was a long time ago, but
Someone also calling for the left of the two chests after the amp gets drained in here.
Krelbel not. When you get his Bob chest, say let Bob live. At the map.
Well, it's Bob.
Okay, so Kohrek is gonna go to the back first, which is. If it is left side, that means Krelbel might have a bit of a break here. I mean, I'm trying to be as hopeful Krelbel as I can. It's not looking too good. He does have all of EP to do and all of Maya to check. And even if he goes left side first and it is there, Quote will probably already be gone and finish and doing TR. So he could come back with a. There's the 20 rupees we were talking about. So he definitely could come back with better execution.
I think we've also found all the 20 rupees in the game.
Are you sure?
Yes,
No.
they just haven't picked them all up.
I think we're gonna get another one off the train.
You're right on that one. You still might see that.
Well only had the butter sword, and both runners have actually gotten it now. So I was not completely counting items. I know that I've seen at least 2 from Kohrek, or 3 from Kohrek actually. I've not seen Big Key yet either. Sahasrara cannot have Quick, unfortunately, because Skullwoods is the green pendant and is in Ganon's tower. So it's actually impossible for. I did not see what that was. That was a big key. Okay, so going to the back was possibly the good plan. The correct play for Kohrek, especially if it's in the big chest. Krelbel getting his ice rod. I mean, this is about as close to 100% as we're gonna get. Like, this is for even 100% seed. This is a pretty long seed for our runners. This is tiring for me, much less for our runners. I'm sure. I don't think they were quite expecting a 3-hour seed off of this, because with 1 hour of it going to pre-Dark World. Yeah, that's another item. So there's 2 more items in the back of this. One of them is almost assuredly either powder or quake. Solid room by Krelbel there. Cutting it a little close, but whew. Doesn't have big key yet. Yeah, nobody expects a 3-hour seed. That's very true. A non-pedestal 3-hour seed, for that matter. like the only dungeon they are not almost full completing at this point is Turtle Rock, because they don't have to once they get there, unless Big Key is in a really trolly location. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is nothing else Swamp could have. I do not believe there's nothing else on Speedrun Gaming 2 tonight, so
Yep. And I'm back, sorry about that.
I believe. Yeah, there's nothing else tonight. So we are good to go until this is over, although I'm sure Fiesel would like to go to bed somewhat soon.
Oh yes, I agree
Sorry,
with you
Fiesel,
on
this
that
was
one.
long.
Yeah, I do apologize, Fiesel. But I do know that
There it is! Quake
Go
is on
mode
left
has been
side.
achieved. Left side of Swamp. We don't
My
see any other
goodness.
test checks. It's straight to Trinex.
Well, straight to trying to find the big key, but yeah. $250 go mode. Someone called $250 go mode. If they did, they definitely won. Okay, so Krelbel can definitely save a bit of time going straight to left side, but quite a mountain to climb,
Yes.
if you know what I mean.
We still never found red mail. Which still can be found.
Sahasrala has it, I'm sure. Hoarding it
Salasrala
all
has
for
everything.
himself. He's always hoarding it for himself.
Yeah, just like he hoards the shoes normally, and a bunch of other things. It's just a hoarder. Oh, since we have this out of the 5 possible chests, I think. Where do you think the big key will be in here? I think it's 4 or 5.
There's like 10 chests in here, a lot of them are keys.
I know, but I mean because there can only be in a handful of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah, 5
3.
sounds right.
Chat, got any guesses? Ah, someone's calling for vanilla. Chest 5. Someone's calling that they have to check all of them because the last key will be on the laser bridge
Oh, of course.
in its last location.
In the last look. It's okay, they'll get the red mail on Laser Bridge to make up for it.
True.
Krelbel getting some love for his efforts.
Very true, but I gotta wonder. He's got all those locations.
There's 2 keys.
Or,
Oop.
ETAP in chat calling, from red mail from Trinex.
Did they find the 4th bottle? I think they did find all 4. Well, I think that was
they
only the 3rd bottle.
did. I know that. I think they did. But don't quote me on that one.
Never mind, there it is.
Yep.
Krelbel just found it.
And they still don't have the full kit. They're missing the powder.
Of all things, the powder.
The legal drugs.
Yep, I remember the checkerboard, but I missed the drain dam bottle. Okay, well, Krelbel will go left side first and do at least a little bit of catch up.
I feel he thinks he might be behind, so he might opt to skip it.
That is
Then
indeed what
again-
Kohrek did, so there's the
then
vanilla
again-
big key.
Then again, he may feel he's behind, so he might check it.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
it's the mind games.
The
I got the
mind! It's also a terrible thing to waste.
It's true.
And I know both of our runners are probably got the SRL channel open and just like, why hasn't my opponent got done?
We're 3 hours
Three
in.
hours in.
I checked Ganon's tower so late. Why? Why is no one else done yet? Both runners, probably.
Yes. That's the thing about an entrance shuffle. It taxes you out more than you would think. Because it's essentially... It's like Zelda 1, but harder.
But harder.
Well, you know, the standard thing with Zelda 1 is the entrances are shuffled. I know that much at least. So I did at least catch some of the random percent, thing. But they had a lot of the flags randomly shuffled as well. Basically, think of a Chaos Seed.
Oh,
They had an entire tournament of that.
Sounds
with
terrible.
Zelda 1. Oh, it was amusing. I know during the finals, they had one of the best of 3 was ended in 7 minutes because one of the runners behind like anything just stumbled into Zelda in the final dungeon.
Okay, Krelbel actually is going left side first, so he'll gain a bit of time here.
Yeah.
But Kohrek is being very safe in picking up every key, so he's not gonna risk missing a key and having to back.
Well, he's going to have to check the laser bridge, so there's still hope for the last chest in laser bridge.
I have a feeling Kohrek really wishes he got the mirror shield right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have Burna, like he has plenty of defense, but hey, that's a red mail. Told you. Map.
There's the map. Will
Good
we
one.
see the powder?
The key. We will not
You
see the
check
powder
it.
unless it's on Trinex.
No, the saddest thing is, he probably just walked away from the powder. Or the last 20 in the game. We will never know. That's the sad thing. I wish that it would actually include, and I will have to ask the devs to please put this in, especially for the entrance shuffle. Please put in a 20 rupee counter to see how many of the 20 rupees you collected.
That'd be
I know
good.
we have. I know they created a Triforce Hunt. It's essentially is a mode where, like Zelda 1, if you collect, 8. I think it's 10 pieces of the Triforce out of 20 on normal, you automatically win. You're warped straight to Ganon. Sorry, not Ganon. The Triforce room. But yes, for those that have never seen an entrance shuffle before, welcome to Link to the Past entrance shuffle randomizer. Take the normal randomizer and shuffle the entrances on top of that.
To a
It's
certain
very
extent.
fun, it's very confusing, but at the same point, it's worth checking out. Ask in chat, and someone will probably be able to give you a link to the bracket and schedule, as I forget what it is off the top of my head. But yes.
So Krelbel is opening up Turtle Rock as Kohrek leaves. And an easy save and quit right to the top of the pyramid. Ganon.
Yep. And
It's like he oink oink.
it's Ganon.
Hi Ganon. What's up Ganon?
Hi. How are
That should
you
be-
today?
Relatively easy fight. He does have at least one blue bottle.
And will we see the sub 3 hour?
It'll be close. Depends on if he trolls or not.
I'm hoping.
Well, that made it probably not. I think he wants the sub 3 hour though. How long is the fanfare? It's like 10 seconds? 15 seconds maybe? Yeah, it's not gonna
That's-
happen. Too many teleports.
Yep.
Did you find silver arrows in my tower? Yes, I did.
Which is sad.
That's one. Two, three. One more.
And can we get some
Here we
GGs
go.
in chat? Kohrek?
GG.
Oh my god, that was murder.
Looks like Kohrek has finished with an official SRL time of 3 hours and 26 seconds. GG. It's insane. It looks like Kohrek's already ready to come, quote-unquote, talk about this scene.
Do you want to pull him in?
I can't, so
I guess I will then.
you got this. It's like, hey, Kohrek,
Hey,
how you
Kohrek.
doing? Congratulations.
Congrats.
Might be up doing something at the moment, but he'll join us here shortly.
Yes, probably.
Oh, so Krelbel is working his way through Turtle Rock himself now. Kudos to him for actually trying to finish real quick. It's only like this is actually going to be maybe 5 minutes between the two, not even on this 3 hour seed. So it's well played by both runners. Oh, the lag frames.
Considering how bad this seed was.
Was that a Kohrek I heard? Kohrek, are you there? Can you hear me? Maybe not.
Hope you can hear us.
Ooh. So
What an
yeah,
epic one.
I don't know where to start with that scene. I don't know.
Neither do I. Neither do I. Ah, I saw Mike last partially in the Discord.
Maybe?
I just hope he hasn't,
It's fine.
because, like, due to rage quitting. Not rage quitting, but, raging.
Ooh.
According to him in the, SRL chat, his mic's acting up.
Ooh. He does say it was quite the seed, though.
Yeah. The better question, did you enjoy it?
Did you have fun? How much fun was this seed? Blink once for yes. Blink twice for why did I do this seed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh, good!
We
Hey!
got you working. Kohrek, once again, how are you, sir?
I am exhausted, but I'm glad of the result, obviously.
Congratulations. That was a heck of a seed.
I'll also apologize in advance for the beginning part where I just couldn't figure out it was Krelbel's name that well. It's just...
It's
Sorry.
fine. Names are hard.
It's all good.
So yeah, Krelbel will be joining us here probably, or I assume he'll be joining us if he's also not too tired. He was
Yeah.
having some issues, I think, as well. But yeah, so I guess we'll start with the quest for the Moon Pearl that ended up at the Fighter's Sword Cold Stare fight.
Cold stare.
Yeah, so when I made my way back to Kakariko to do the Hook Shot Cave, and I found Bombos, I'm like, okay, I guess this is happening now.
Yeah.
And then-
Interestingly, you both made it to Ice Palace close to the same time, but he hadn't finished Thieves Town yet, but had Bombos, whereas you had the Fighter's Sword, but not Bombos. So we were both thinking like, well, I think this is doable, but oh no.
Yeah, that was an interesting dungeon. It took a couple times to get through, and my bomb jumps weren't working, and it was just a whole bunch of stress and everything. But I was definitely happy to get through.
Yeah, it's definitely that third
Did
time
get lucky
being
enough to deal with Cold Stare with the Master Sword.
Yeah, he did it a couple times. I think he did it once with the fighter sword, and then left to try to find other things, and ended up doing Super Bunny in Spiral Cave to get the Master Sword.
Oh wow!
So he had,
Yeah, that would've
but
been
then
nice.
he went to go do Land Molus just because he figured, oh well, might as well try Land Molus. Maybe that has something.
That's good thinking. Kind of wish I thought of it, but
Yeah, it
I
didn't
know,
end up
it's-
paying off. So
It's one of those things you don't normally think about with the normal randomizer, because when do you get the chance to drop down another hole apart from normal Super Bunny Cave?
yep. He also did do the what was the? Oh, he did Aga 1 as well before doing Master Sword with Cold Stare.
oh wow!
So once he found Boots, he got butter pretty quickly after.
Yeah.
But what it did end up actually evening up. You guys were going to a lot of different places up until about. You did end up going to right side Ganon's Tower before he did.
Yeah, I was gonna go back to King Helmasaur, then I remembered that, so I was glad to find that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was looking like I saw you save and quit really quickly. I'm like, I think he just remembered Ganon's Tower.
Yeah.
So Krelbel fighting Ganon right now,
And getting trolled with the teleports.
just as trolled.
The trolliest troll.
Okay. You find the silvers in my tower
Of course.
a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
3 trips ago, at least.
We were actually trying to keep track of the number of red rubies you guys found, because I think at one point you guys had found them all.
I wouldn't doubt it. The only single entrance cave we didn't go in is Mimic Cave. Well, at least that I didn't go in. So
Krelbel basically didn't enter it either because, like you, he forgot about
And
G
that's
Tower
it.
and finally got the flute after. GG Krelbel.
Yeah, you both pretty
we
much
get some
went to
GG
every location
chat?
outside of Mimic Cave. GG Krelbel for finishing there. So drag him in as well real quick, if you could.
Sure thing.
Congrats on finishing that seed, Krelbel.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Hey, anything better than a forfeit? Man, that was exhausting.
It was exhausting for me. I was
It's
just
exhausting
constantly-
for me as well.
Why do I always get these seeds?
My seeds
Hey,
are getting my seeds are getting longer. Oh, I forgot to stop my own timer.
Oh, this tournament though, you had to deal with Fighter Sword Vitreous and Fighter Sword. Well, you cheated to get Master Sword a bit, but
Yeah, I
quote
was
unquote cheated.
I was supposed to do Fighter Sword
Cold Stare.
Cold
yeah.
Stare, but I decided against it. Boy, I was very, very happy to to see the Master Sword
Yeah.
in the Super Bunny Spiral Cave.
Yeah, no, that was a bit like I was sitting there going down there like, I mean, I guess this could be like Master Sword, then it would be helpful for his Cold Stare fight. then
And it was Master
I'm like,
Sword.
oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
called shot. So
Yeah.
there is a clip of your opponent, Kohrek. We did clip your actual Fighter Sword Cold Stare fight.
Oh,
That was a clutch.
my first attempt. Yeah, I think in the end it took me what three tries, I think.
3
It
tries.
actually took both of you 3 tries, yep.
Oh, okay. I was curious how many tries it took him. Really,
Yeah,
my
Kohrek actually made good use of the fairy drop down point in Ice Palace.
Yeah.
oh yeah. I think you can, or can you get that if that's not available to you if you bomb jump, right?
No, it is.
You
It
just have to
is.
walk back up and around.
Oh right, because that's the switches are down. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot about that. That would have been handy. But my other, I think the biggest regrets that I remember in this run anyway are I meant to go grab the fire rod and then thought, oh, I'll just while I'm on my way here, I'll just go and grab those bonk rocks right next to Link's house anyway. And then completely forgot about Fire Rod and went on my merry way to Skullwoods. And then, of
Yeah.
course, remembered, oh, right, you need
I was
to
kind of
access
watching
this.
that, like I figured that's what you were doing with the bonker. I was like, okay, and then you save and quit out again and went to Sanctuary.
Yep.
I'm like, but he didn't get Fire Red yet. Does he? You don't get Fire Red automatically for getting the mirror, just basically.
Yeah.
It's just, it was a foregone conclusion there. It's, oh, I got the mirror, so that means the Fire Rod's all done and taken care of.
We all
and-
have those thoughts every now and then on that one.
Yeah. And then, of course, I forgot about Ganon's Tower right side, and did all of Pod, which I believe had nothing. I think that was a pretty huge mistake, and that was just me forgetting.
Oh,
Right
quick
side.
point out in chat. That only was the Coldster fight with the Fighter Sword. It was when it was in Green Mail with no bottle.
Yep.
Pre-mail,
just
9
like-
hearts, no bottle. Yep.
Just like my Vitreous fight in
It's like
my previous
Vitreous.
match. I think it was just about the same heart count too.
Roughly,
Uh,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember
man.
you actually both forgot about right side Gans quite a while. Kohrek, that was actually your main leg up after being a little bit behind earlier on. Was that
Oh.
Kohrek had already done most of Pod before getting the mirror and boots and such?
Oh,
Or no,
shoot.
I think he had boots.
Oh, and also technically you did super low percent for Cold Stare, because normally the only difference between what you guys had and that was they had the Master Sword.
Oh yeah. Well,
Damn.
of course I didn't actually beat it. I think I've only beaten Fighter Sword Cold Stare once, and it was in one of the weekly randomizer races a couple months ago. And that, I think, was the one that had the highest forfeit ratio out of any weekly I've ever seen. I think that was
Makes sense.
We had like 40 people forfeit in that one. So I didn't
Oh,
know.
you had one that was, 125 people, if I recall correctly?
Yeah,
That was music one. It was like we literally had, that chunk of people, and then it's just like, oh, I know people are dropping it. That was literally what the spoiler channel was basically saying.
Yep. Just Fighter so Cold Stare, no thanks. But of course, in a tournament match, I'm not gonna.
You got to.
Forfeit for that. Gotta go for it.
And how happy were you when you guys got the boots?
Oh God, I mean, there were a lot of points in this match, just kind of like my previous match as well, where it was the last, or an item that I needed was in the last possible location it could be.
Yeah, there was a lot of that this seed.
Yeah, which is always, always very stressful because you're second guessing yourself every step of the way as you're approaching that. On did I forget something? And so I don't. I still sometimes get stumped in entrance shuffle matches. So even though this is my last tourney match, I am really pleased that I got through my 3 matches so far without getting completely stumped and needing to revisit a million places, because that does still happen.
Yeah,
at least
that's something
you're
I was worried about too.
And at least you're not having to deal with a full entrance shuffle.
Oh, I was kind of looking forward to it, but I'll definitely enjoy watching some of those full entrance shuffles. I have done one LL Cool Dave's entrance shuffle plandomizer.
Oh, that plandomizer.
Yeah,
I've
that was
done that one.
that was
haven't
pretty
done
evil.
That,
But I went into it without knowing that it was full, and then just fired it up. And oh right, LL Cool Dave likes he likes full shuffle. That's his preferred format. So of course his plandomizer is going to be full shuffle. So that was a lot of fun.
That one was even actually worse than full. If I recall, the Master Sword was progression, so you could fall down out of Ganon's lair
Oh
to
right,
get to
That's
to get to I
right.
think desert area, which
Yeah.
led to the next progression item. Like, it was a
Oh,
crazy
oh
scene.
God.
Yeah,
Well,
that
crazy plando.
Well,
Pretty fun.
It's not as bad as the Chaos Seed.
Yeah, chaos.
Well,
Those
Yeah.
that don't know what a Chaos Seed is, it's essentially either a simple entrance shuffle or a full entrance shuffle. All the enemies are randomized as well. All the health is randomized as well between the enemies, and all the items are randomized. Did I get all that correctly?
all the
Uh,
music, I believe, as well.
Yep.
Yeah, music and palette, I think, as well. But those two are optional.
All of those settings are optional. Zarby's done some really great work on that entrance randomizer. Just really coming up with a million different things that occur to him. That, wouldn't this be fun? For some definition of fun.
Yeah, fun. Definitely fun.
Yeah. Well, and on that note, this seed was very fun.
Let's see. Yeah. Yep. I definitely heard those air quotes. Yep. It was quite fun.
No, I always have fun in entrance shuffle. It's still my still my favorite format, even and in fact because it's such a struggle.
I agree. That's one of my biggest benefit or draws to it as well. Like I still plan on doing entrance rando seeds for just random races, even once I'm done with the tournament.
I think one of the funniest things is that actually has grown in popularity. I know I've seen a few of them on SRL that have not been tournament races, that have actually been like at least maybe 10 people plus.
Yeah, especially now that it's integrated into the main VT randomizer website. Like back when it was just a Python script everyone needed to check out and get running, the number of people that could generate these seeds was a lot smaller. So
yeah, I know
they're catching on.
I know at some point they need to do that with the enemy shuffle as well, but that's coming.
Yep. All right, that was exhausting. I need some caffeine. So
I hear you. I need to go get some dinner. And,
As Speaker was pointing out in chat, they're getting one going right now for an entrance shuffle, race.
oh boy,
You guys up for another one?
You guys have fun with that. I think I'll just watch this one.
I think I'll pass.
That's fair. If they'll wait for me to get food, I might actually.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for doing the commentary.
Oh, not a problem. And I haven't said it before. I'll say it again. Chat, please follow our runners. They put on an excellent show for you guys tonight. Especially with this seed, as trolly as it was, but as entertaining it was to call.
Yeah, no, thank you for commentating with me. It was great times. It was, I don't know why I keep getting these really long, really trolly seeds, but I love commentating them, so it was a lot of fun. And congrats to both of our runners for surviving that seed. Like, it was still within 10 minutes with each other. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, thanks, and definitely good game to Kohrek, and looking forward to seeing him perform in the rest of the tournament.
GGGU, Krelbel, and thanks to the commentators as well.
And also thanks to our trackers, Lou Dolphin and Justin Z. And that same thing for them. Please follow them as well, because we couldn't track everything without them. Because if you had to have us trying to track every item and every entry, checked, you probably wouldn't be getting commentary. What do you think? What is?
Yeah.
I said, without our trackers, would we be able to actually not only track the items, but also remember all the entrances?
No, probably not. I am usually not paying attention during map checks, and I think I clicked one button to give someone a crystal this seed. So, great job to the trackers this tournament.
Yeah, as I said,
As
please
always.
definitely follow our trackers. They are literally some of the backbone, for us commentators.
Yep, it makes it so we don't have to worry about things, and we can just talk at you fine folks as much as we can, and kill our throats on 3-hour seats.
Yes. And I guess, I don't know about you guys, but I guess I'll start listing down some of the other speedrunning events coming.
Go for it.
Okay. well, let's see. Events happening now of the Speed Gaming's event site. You've got a I don't know how to pronounce the first thing. All shortcuts event. Tournament. You have the Metroid Fusion 100% tournament. You have the new Super Mario Brothers Wii any percent tournament. Diddy Kong Racing. If I recall correctly, that is all races. Of course, the Link to the Past entrance shuffle. The Castlevania any percent tournament, which I caught one of those earlier tonight. Then the Super Metroid item randomizer tournament. Also, we've got coming up later. In fact, starting tomorrow, you have the Final Fantasy I randomizer tournament. I know I've actually been learning that myself. Which
Sounds like Diesel's actually working on the tracker for that for most of the race tonight.
Oh, I noticed that one. I've noticed that one. In fact, I'll give them a shout out because I know they've got their match starting. I think it's 12 or 1 tomorrow on Speed Gaming 2. Yeah, do check that one out. Especially if you are an RPG fan. It's sort of like a cross between Zelda 1 and Zelda 2. Do check that one out. I know that community's been trying to work real hard on it, and they're the type of community that if you have any questions, they will surely be able to explain everything, even down to what the percentage added to each health is. And there's also the Link to the Past. Not Link to the Past. Link's Awakening DX tournament starting on the 28th. Then you've got the Earthbound Bogey Percent tournament starting on September 8th. On October 9th, you've got the Shovel Knight Spectre tournament. Then October 19th, you have Pokemon Crystal Cosmo Bingo tournament. On Halloween starts the Binding of Isaac tournament. All those tournaments you can still sign up for. And of course, you also have the Link to the Past fall tournament, fall randomizer tournament that is starting on September 16th, which will be open mode. Also, you have in some of the other communities going on. You've got the Final Fantasy Relay coming up in September. The Dragon Quest first 3 games relay coming up, which will also include their randomizer. You have the Link to the Past relay, I think is in October. I'm trying to think. I guess that's it that I can think off the top of my head, and it's after midnight here and almost 1.
Yeah,
anyway,
I say there's a lot happening on this channel. It's pretty awesome, actually.
I know.
Fiesel is a great person, and yeah, I'm also tired. That's about all I got for descriptors. Anyway, basically look out. Ask a lot of your fellow runners. They'll be able to point you. Just a long list. Too many to list. Yep. There's a schedule also available that you can check out just in the descriptions below the channel here. So if you don't quite remember all of that, I don't blame you. Right there. So once again, I guess we will sign off with that tonight. It's getting late for everyone I know.
And I know Fiesel definitely going to want to get some sleep on that one.
Yeah, he's about 12 hours to get before that starts. So
yeah,
anyway,
so
this is Freda signing off.
And Mateus1 signing off for Fiesel, everybody at Speed Gaming, our runners, Kohrek and Krelbel, and everybody else that's helped bring this to you. Trackers, Loot Dolphin, and Justin Z. Good night, get some rest. Until the Master Sword is needed again. Peace out.
Night. Much hearts.